Vice President. Wagwan. And let me throw it little of that rum here. Mm-hmm. So liquor tip I eat. Nah, two drink too much. Now where from me I go down? Dwindling down. Dwindling down.
Big ship sailing on the ocean.
Right?
What?
Right? Sailing,
What?
sailing away. Mercy. Yo, what on there? No, sir. And the little bit, let me get my little romance so together. Mm-mm.
Accoutrements. Accoutrements.
Right, right. Well, and
I still got some rum. I'm like, yeah, I ain't ready for you yet.
right.
I ain't ready for you yet. When I went to that party, I took my son to that party. My friend that bought me this huge ass fucking bottle of Jose Silver, the biggest fucking bottle that they got. I'm like, oh lord.
All right, I have my rum. No me need for just make a little spliff. Right. I'll take you out on a night cruise on the yacht. Just can't lose, 'cause we got a lot to look forward to. One, two, what you gonna do? What good is a diamond nobody can see? No, sir. Oh, please, don't tell me something on a Rizla. No, 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 no.
I know you ain't do that.
No, no.
I know you ain't let yourself run out.
Mm-mm. No, me have two pack, but them drown in the rain.
Oh,
Yesterday, two pack drown out the door in the rain. Left them out the door. And the rain come and blow down the table and blow away the umbrella. And blow away everything. And Rizla, everybody blow away. Weed blow away.
ah,
Rizla blow away. Grinder blow away. Floors, everything blow away gone.
oh shit.
Mm-hmm. So, but we think me have one next back inside. On the yacht, just can't lose, 'cause we got a lot to look forward to.
So it's cruising time.
Mm-hmm.
Slowly approaching.
Right? December, you know. Me and
Right.
you hold on. Me and you hold on pan the rail, you know.
Yeah, I'm
Other
doing
that,
that.
well, I know, other that, the other day when we said in the video, me never want to send you to the camera. I say, no, say, me said that this blood clot video, you should go not even bother want to go.
And as soon as you did, you moved that real, my fucking stomach dropped. I said, see, I ain't even on the fucking boat.
It's when we see it, we say, no, me have to send trees this year.
It's all fucking ready. I ain't even on
Yo,
the boat.
listen to me, I was leaning over the, listen, me not think you understand, me put my body, my whole of my chest dip on the rail and me I look over into the water. Me a
Actually,
break. Me a brace on the rail. One of the time my mother said to me, said, no, 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 no. Suppose the rail give way.
right,
Suppose suppose the rail
right,
suppose the rail have a little problem. What we don't know
right.
about.
This
You know
that
that.
section right there. That little piece right there out of the whole boat. You want to go ahead a fucking problem. I'm with your mother. Yes, that fucking little piece right there gonna crack. Mm-mm. It's a no for me.
Right? Well,
That's why I
at
say
least
when you pander to the back, yeah, I would be way back there in the middle of the boat, back there watching you.
they say me went up on the edge. No, sir.
Yeah, you allowed.
My mother wouldn't lean on it either. She wouldn't even come close to it. She was just like, no, 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 no. Me don't know what I go on with
Right,
this, but me don't know fuckery.
I'm with
You
her.
understand? Right?
Definitely a no for me. Mm-mm.
Well, the good thing is at least me get you for even agree for go. So
Right,
there's that.
that part.
A big step that.
That's a huge step. That's a huge step. Like I said, I'll go to the edge as long as the boat is still at the dock. We
Right?
got to take that picture as soon as we get on the boat. And soon, like we still got the luggage. We ain't even made it to the room.
Right, so there can be no movements.
None. I needed to still be tied up. Mm-mm. Just get some shit happen. They can fish me out right there. Mm-mm, mm-mm.
Yo, can you know so more than likely, man. If you drop off out there, when the ship way out in a deep, man, say this is the high. What did the other guy survive the other day? So me not say that.
You keep
Me say,
saying that motherfucker was a marathon swimmer. Quit talking about that man.
he wasn't no
That's
marathon
part
swimmer. He was
fish.
just a normal guy. What do you
Part
mean?
fish. He was
He was,
part fish, part human.
he was that fighting. Hey, why you should have fished up there? No, bend up, bend up.
His ass was part fish. He had fins
Yo,
and
no,
shit.
no, no, no,
No,
no, no, no, no,
no,
no, no,
no.
no, no. Remember, I mean, if you run up, now the whole place I think got turned up. Eh? Every fish I think
Mm-mm.
got burn up. What kind of part fish you thought?
Yeah,
Why?
he was once he hit that water, he had fins and shit. Yeah, that's what I mean. That part fish. He used to being in the water. Them was the motherfuckers that swim all day and swim all night and got a pool in their backyard and all types of shit. People like that, yeah, that can survive that type of shit. They used to being in the water. They go to the gym all the time and swim. Yeah, that part fish. That's the
How
part
would I,
fish I'm talking
how
about. The
would I,
love to stay in the water.
how you survive though? In a real life.
Because
Really?
he's swim all the fucking time. You keep playing with them people, you know they stay in the water like that. They stay in the water. Swimming
See,
laps, 26 laps and shit.
please, the man drop off out in the deep sea
See? See?
and the man survive it. Oh,
I
when I
feel
say,
as though he
when
jumped.
he,
That's for real, for real. I feel as though he jumped. I feel as though he did a swan dive and he was going, I feel as though he fucking jumped
listen to
because
me.
he survived.
The man survive it more than 24 hours in the freaking middle of the sea. Like how you survive that? With all them shark and whale, all them something there.
He used to that shit. He go scuba diving and all that type of shit. I bet you he do.
Yeah,
Love
but
in the
please,
water.
but that's one day out in the deep sea with no, nothing.
Doesn't matter.
How him survive?
His ass has. He used to being in the water. That's all I can say. His ass used to being in the water. They like that type of shit. They used to that type of shit.
When them talk to him, him say him start feel tired. Like after like of some hours, him start feel tired. But him say him just float when him tired. Him just start float. But me say you there float. You no shark, no out there. When you
Mm,
are float, when
mm,
you are float,
see? Mm-mm.
something must out in the water if you out in the middle of the sea and float like this. And not attack you.
He used to being out there.
Right. Boy, I'm lucky bad. One in a million, me can tell you that shit. First of all, if you drop off and you can't swim, you're dead right away. So that alone is a problem. Because if you can't swim, shit is over immediately.
Even if you can swim, you ain't lasting that long. If you ain't used to swimming all like that, like I could swim, but shit, I'm not making it nowhere.
Yeah, but
But
maybe,
we
but
not
maybe
making
you
it
can.
nowhere. That's surviving and all. We not doing none of that.
Yeah, but maybe you can just float like him. Just float. You know, the man say after I must see. I remember how much hour him say 4 hours something. of him like just bouncing around, him just decide to start float.
I'm not doing all that. It's not gonna work. It's just not gonna work. I'm gonna be in a full blown panic. They ain't no just thinking, oh, just relax and float. Fuck no. The boat is leaving me. I can see the boat leaving.
You know, just the fact that the boat is leaving me, I think I would die on impact, man.
The
Listen,
it's moving. It's moving fast. It's moving fast.
it's a pickup speed.
It's like I was doing the. I went to Jamaica one time, and this guy took me up to. I was in Montego Bay. He took me up the mountain to where this hotel was, the celebrity stay at, or whatever. And we was looking over Montego Bay, so we seen the boat, and I guess the boat was in the grill, or had to be in the grill area. But it was
Hmm.
the motherfucker went to blood the toot the horn once and a half of another toot, and the fucking boat was in the middle of the water. I said, "See, that's why the fuck I don't do shits. You're definitely gonna leave me." Like he pulled
Right?
the horn once. Okay, we going. Half a pull, they were in the middle. It was like it was just shot off, right? I said, "How does it move that fucking fast?" So yeah, falling in the fucking water. Yeah, I know that motherfucker going. It's all. I ain't even hit the water yet before it's all the way like 10 miles away.
You know, I say, I feel like say once my sister the boat a leave me, me think me I go dead. Me I go dead same time. Yeah, man.
That's
My
fine.
heart, just the feeling of watching the boat leave with everyone is enough to kill you.
Right.
And then you can see everybody. I scream out, trees,
Oh
trees.
Lord, that's
No, you're
even
dead.
worse.
No, no, definitely
That's
you're
even
dead.
worse.
Dead.
Y'all screaming out and shit, knowing y'all
Mm-hmm.
leaving me.
Cause we
Mm-mm.
are right. Cause we are trying to get help. We are
Oh,
trying. We are trying to get. We're trying. We're trying to alert the
Lord.
captain.
Okay, I'll just let you know I done already died. I done had a heart attack and shit. Just take me. Like, don't look good. This ain't working. Mm-mm.
But you know what? Though you have survival instincts, so I gonna kick in.
That's in the streets. They don't have nothing to do with in the water. Okay, my survival instincts will always kick in on land. I ain't never had to deal with shit in the water. See, people, my survival instincts will kick in. Motherfucking sharks and whales, I ain't never
Oh
experienced
my
that.
God! Can you
I don't know what
imagine
to do
being?
with
Can you
them.
imagine? You see the fin, like the shark fin, a come towards you. Jesus God!
Lord.
No, 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 no. Me dead same time. Me dead before the shark
it's,
bite me. Before the shark bite me, my heart give way. Yeah, man, my
it's,
heart give way, man. Hmm.
it sounds like you trying to talk me out of this boat trip. That's what it
Listen,
sounds
listen to me. My heart give way. I'm
like.
dead before the shark bite me.
Oh Lord, see
Yeah.
that's what I'm talking about. That's the shit I'm talking about. Let me go ahead and die, and then y'all eat me. Don't tear me apart alive.
What? Right?
You know, That's an agonizing death.
Right? For no say you about for dead. Hey, let me tell you, me no want to see no shark a come for me and know so me about to get eaten by a shark. Like me just want dead per impact.
I'm
Me
send
not
you. I'm gonna send you this fucking movie that I had. Somebody had sent me when one of my friends went on a cruise. It was this white woman that had one of them stingray. A
mm-hmm.
stingray was on her fucking back, and it looked like the stingray had a smile on his face. But her face looked like that she could just die. I said, "See, that's me. That's me. This is why I don't fuck with y'all water." The fucking stingray was like on her back,
Yo,
like looking
please
over her fucking shoulder.
listen. Now, let me tell
No,
you
no,
something.
no.
Not the last birthday or the one before. I think it was like 3 birthdays ago, right? So my friend them and everybody them decide so we're gonna have a party on the beach, right? In Florida, yes, you know. So, anyways, we buy cake and chicken and liquor and get a cooler and pack it up with beer, liquor and wine and beer and rum and NSC and everything, right?
Mhm.
So we go at the beach now and we are drink, we are eat, we are listen music, we are have a good time. Everything I go on good birthday, nice. You understand me feel good. Lord God, trees we decide to me I go in the water. with one of me. Well, I know with one of my neighbor named Joshua, white boy. So you know them white people, they so them not have nothing name fear in them. So him swim gone, we out, So anyways, now me out in the water with him, out in the water with him now. We out there, we are chatter, we are bounce around, we have a lick we around and all type of thing. You only hear the boy ball out and say, Barracudas, Barracudas. True. I said I put on a piece of marathon Michael Phelps swimming. Listen to man. Not even Phelps. Listen to me. Phelps now, not up on me. You hear me I tell you? Let me
Right.
say. But say Phelps now, not up on me. One piece of something I go on with to get out of this water, because the boy I go on bad in on him. I saw him a swim and a ball out and I say, get out of the water! Get out of the water! I say, my God, say after all of that, no, me nearly all drowned, because one of the time I want to leave, one wave bucks me where I said me was gone, man. I can you know, you're frightened and sitting, you kind of, me, you're all over the place because you're too afraid, you're frightened. Anyways, we finally make it out of the water. Only if we reach out to the water, I hear the boy say, just kidding. We said, Jesus, God, we said,
That that part
hey,
definitely had to
listen to me,
punch
no,
you in
man.
your face.
Look here, when we say birthday done, man. Birthday done same time, man. Start pack up his something, man. Yeah, man, I start pack up his something, man. I don't want to stay that table 1 more minute, I don't want to stay so, man. I not chat to him for about 3 months. And he was my neighbor, me and him be cool like that. Me not chat to him come in my yard. I asked my father for me, come inside. Me say, Daddy, tell him, say, me not in here, me not in here, me not in here. Every time, oh, come my car out here, but she's never here. No, she's not there. Never go there. No, she never go there again. Because you not understand the kind of fear where you put in at me when you start ball out, say you see things in the water happen. Them time, them don't know.
Mm-mm.
And you see the beach where me go, them have up a sign there and say, be careful, sharks and sitting, Yeah, man, they have up one sign, so you swim at your own risk. You understand me? Yeah, man, like they must say, yo, every now and then while one shark come by, they have to know where you do. The water wicked man. Water one dangerous something, you have to know where you do.
I remember we lived in California and we used to always go to the beach. Now, I'm telling you, I lived in California from the time I was 4 till I was 8. So, in between that short ass, small ass time frame, I remember us going to the beach and my mother getting in the water. And when she came out, there was a fucking jellyfish stuck to her leg.
Mm-mm.
That's probably where my phobia come from, right? So, this, she like, she screaming, people coming around her. My mother, I get my shit from my mother. Somebody was like, pee on it and it'll come out. She said, "Dear, a motherfucker better not pee on me."
So listen, let me ask you something. It can hurt you, the jellyfish?
Yes, they can sting you.
Oh,
So people were saying, pee on it because it'll let. She said, a motherfucker better not piss on me. You bet not. She forgot that she was scared. I think she did get stung. I gotta ask her. But she stopped crying and screaming and said, a motherfucker better not piss on me. You better not pull out your motherfucking dick and piss on me.
so look here now. So why you can't just tear it off with your hand?
Because it's sticking to you. Like, I mean, it's still, that's when I think it sting you or whatever. Like, you're trying to rip it off of you.
Yeah, but me I'll crush it with my hand, like squeeze it.
Girl, and you
Like,
still getting stung.
right? Just crush
Still
it
getting
in and
stung.
squeeze it.
And you
Jesus
still getting
Christ.
stung.
So how them get it off?
I don't know. I have to ask her. I told you I was young. All I remember is her. I remember it. Like, I remember seeing her there with this fucking thing stuck on her leg and screaming and hollering.
Right?
Remember it. I remember it. Terrified. I'll get
Gangali,
my
big up
feet wet.
yourself.
I'll get my feet wet, but all the rest of that shit. They was like, pee on it, pee on it. The shit. She said, a motherfucker better not pull out their dick and pee on me. She didn't give a fuck about it being stuck to her leg at that time.
Like if it stick for me, me want everybody pee on it, cause me need it to come off of me. Just me lock me eye when you're peeping. Me can, what I mean?
What's up, Gangly?
Just do what you have to do what you have to do, because me need
The
this shit off
motherfucker,
of my
you
foot.
better not pee on me. You
Listen,
better not pull out your dick and pee on me. That's what you better not do.
We say rather get sting.
Right, right.
Yo, make that shit a bite off my foot. But me nah make your people for me. And that better.
Um, she, she stopped screaming and hollering and shit. Like, oh, get off me, get off me. They was like, pee on it. You know how to be a white person. Pee on it. It'll come and she said, you better not pull out your motherfucking dick and pee on me. You better not pull out your dick and pee on me. I
Mm,
said, oh Lord, I don't know how they got it off. I have to ask her. But that shit right there, okay, so I think that's where my phobia come from, that fucking water. Cause she was just in there, and I mean, didn't even go deep. She went like waist deep and came up with this motherfucker on her leg.
mm, my God. But when it's stinging, I did not nothing.
I don't know. I think you swell up or something, but you could die.
Oh yeah.
I think you swell up or something like that. But I mean, if you could, I got to look into that. But
No one day afraid of water.
I think that's one of my phobias. But I remember that shit. So you know, when we went to the beach, I wouldn't. I'd stand right there and let the water wash up on my feet, and it felt like it was pulling me into the water. That was good enough for me. It was time for me to go. It's a no for me.
Yo, so my father tell me say when him a boy, right? He say him uncle carry the whole of them go to the river, Martha Bray River in a Chilani. None of them, the whole of them little, none of them can swim yet. Him say him grandfather can go to the river and just dash them off over in the deep, and tell them if he swim if they want to live. Him say, him say I saw him learn to swim. Me say what you say? The
That's
man
that
say, the
bullshit.
man say him have to just learn to swim same time.
You have to. You had to. You had no choice.
What a wicked man,
That was for real. You literally had
man.
to.
Yo,
This is the true definition of sink or
or
swim.
swim, right?
This is the
But you see,
definition.
and you know what happened? That really, my father, my father went fishing. If you see my father in the sea, trees, the man gone. Listen, the man gone out so far that you can't even see him no more. You can't
Mhm.
see him no more. You can't see him. Him reach all the reach and pass the reach and gone out, pass, go over the reach and gone. So you know what I mean? That real deep now, you know. You know, for you pass the reach, you know you're dead, you know. I hope there's so everything there, you know.
Right.
I hope the same man there, you can't see man, you know. The man is a real life fish. Not well, why for the fish? Why for the fish, but yeah, I'm a bad swimmer. Yeah, man.
Right.
I'm bad. I'm bad in a real life.
Yeah. The
But
water.
listen, it's like a crab. Once them hold on them now let go. Oh,
The jellyfish. Yep.
as it
Yeah.
as it talk about crab, you know, say them same crab they nearly make some damn crocodile nearly near me at Jamaica. You know, say one of the time me and my brethren them go up on crab hunt. Go up on crab hunt. And then they make buckle touch and sit, trees and gone pan crab hunt, you know. You know, so when we there in the middle of the bush, you only hear one somebody I say, yo, them say something a move. We say what you mean? You see something a move. Crab? Cause crab we come fast, so much crab you see a move.
Right.
A crab you see a move. Me ask the man say no and crocodile. Me say, listen to me the man. When me say everybody fling with bucket touch and listen, I know me don't think we fight none of them bucket touch nobody know. Hey, everybody fling with bucket touch and lift up like plane. Because apparently what them I try to tell we say now is the crocodile like to eat the crab them. They
Right.
eat the crabs. So when you go there on for crab, them dead there. Cause that a feed them food. So you really gonna feed them you're gonna feed them area, you're gonna take them feast. When them a try feast one two crab. You come for the crab now, you are gonna become their
They
meal.
come for you.
But
Yeah.
here the problem when me have with them now. When them a tell me say for go crab hunt with them never make me know say that a go on.
Right.
Say,
Right.
yeah. You wait until me out in a bush. That all them time they know you're gonna say crocodile. You can't do that. Because me never know say the crocodile them eat the crab them. Like me
Mhm.
never know. And that night, let me know. So from that, me say me nobody can get me for go crab hunt with them. Never again. Me not go no more crab hunt. Me not go pan. Because guess what? Me no know what out there. We are on crab and crocodile are on crab at the same time. And then when him says we are trying to take film crab, eh?
Hey, look, you taste better than crab. Trust and believe
Right,
me. You
right.
gonna up better than a fucking little crab. You're gonna need
Yeah,
1,000 crabs and one of you.
yeah,
Mm-mm.
man. Everybody fling with buckle touch and gone. Everybody, listen, listen, and people start to run before we even see something. We just hear one man say something about crocodile. We hear the word crocodile. We just hear the word.
Everybody run.
Everybody start run. Everybody run different direction. Nobody no business born nobody. Nobody no care. Everybody just start run for them own life. I don't care about nobody.
Don't give a fuck who. You better know how to run. You know, black people, if you start running, I'm running. And I'm
Right,
going to ask you later, what was
right.
we running for? But there's some reason that we all busting out running.
Yeah,
So,
me not ask a question. Me don't even know why we are run. Me just
hey,
need to see you start run. That's it.
keep
That's all
running.
me need. Me don't need no other
Keep
signal
fucking running.
other than me see trees take off. Me just know me I take off. Me don't know what. When we reach down there, we can talk about it.
After we reach, because
Yes.
we going to reach. We
Yeah,
going to
because me not try to
reach.
find out why you run.
Why you running? What? What is Yeah, we're not doing none of that. I don't even give a fuck what it is. Evidently,
Right.
it's because we're running.
It's like Gangali say crocodile loves 2 for 1 deals.
Right?
And me not there that a deal there. We can tell you that because nobody can get for crab hunt again. And that me I tell you. Last time that first and last. First and last. Yeah. And a swampy area, We should have known say crocodile there. Because them love them swampy area there.
Mm-mm. I didn't even know y'all
Mm-hmm.
had crocodiles in Jamaica.
Mm-hmm.
You learn something new every day.
Yeah, man, we have crocodile, I mean.
I'm glad. I'm glad you're telling me. That's why I don't fuck with the water
But we
anyway.
not we
You
not we
name
not we not
bullshit and
but
all
guess
that.
what? We not have no alligator. So we only have crocodiles, no alligator.
Well, that's okay. Crocodiles is good enough.
Right?
Glad you don't have both, but
Right?
one is good enough. One is good enough.
You know what? When we get a chance, we go actually go read and see why we don't have alligators. Actually, we want to know why. Because
Right.
me never, I mean, I always just hear say, we don't have no alligator, but we have crocodile. Well, me know about the crocodile them, can we see the crocodile them, but no alligator. Why? Why no alligator? What is the reason there wouldn't be any? Like, I mean, you know what I say? It's not like say
Mhm.
them can survive there too. So why the crocodile alone have to do that, not the alligator? I mean, I understand it. I swear me have to go read up on that for find out. You know what? As you talk about that, say to them I read something trees, I make some couldn't believe it. The youngest age a girl ever get pregnant and have baby. You're not gonna believe it.
Nah.
Five. Five.
What?
5 3.
What the fuck are
Five.
you doing with a period at 5?
So
You're not even fully
according
developed.
listen, according to the article, right? She going a puberty from early. Like she have a condition where make she have puberty early. But here my problem,
Um,
who is the psychopath that got
yeah,
her
right.
pregnant? So listen
Right.
now, they never found out who did it. Never found out who did it. Right? And
I need
she had
DNA
a
test from
healthy.
every motherfucker around.
Oh, so guess what now? It was 1939. So you already know the
Uh,
DNA, like, yeah. We never
um,
reached this, so yeah. We never really have all
yeah.
these. You understand what I say? So you could have get away.
Could
Yeah.
you imagine being 5
Hmm.
and pregnant?
Listen,
Like
you have
you
to
don't even know you don't even know how to read and write good yet.
listen.
You still learning.
I don't even know how she survived that. I don't know how she survived even
Fucking crazy.
the growth of the baby, like up to 9. I mean, I don't know how her body, she remarkable. When they say she named Lisa something, I think she came from what them say Peru.
Uh, woman's body is amazing. But what you have to realize, once you start going through once you start going through that developmental change, even though she was that young, her body is preparing for a baby. You know what I'm saying? Once you start having your menstruation, your body is preparing for a baby because
Hmm.
that's what it's there for.
Right?
You
But Lord
know,
have mercy, the birth canal so small at 5. Like the whole
right?
everything is so small at 5. Like we don't know how you even make
They
it for
probably
even
had to. They probably had to do a C-section
I
though.
think so. I think so. I
They
think I,
probably
I
had to
read.
take that
Yeah, I think they did
baby.
because yeah, I read that. I think it was a C-section. But
Mhm.
even just growing to the point to get the C-section was just like unbelievable for 5. Like because even me as a adult, I carry the belly was so straining from my back. You
Right.
understand me? My whole body, they just like even in the last part, you just feel like you can't breathe. and the baby just a take over the whole of your lungs, them have foot in her lungs and everything. So it's like if you think about a 5-year-old I go through. What may I tell you? No, sir. When me
Yeah.
read it to them, I couldn't believe it. So she said,
When
God
my
damn,
baby
I
come
say.
out, I'm trying to see who the baby look like. Anybody the
Mm-hmm.
baby look like, you gotta go.
Right? Yeah, fuck
Anybody
you.
the baby look
Listen,
like, you gotta go.
we don't need no DNA. The baby just need to resemble you and we'll
baby,
fuck you up.
baby got your nose in your eyes. It was you. Goddamn,
You're getting fucked up. Yes.
it was fucking you.
We don't care. We don't care. One on the blood
It's
clot,
a
we.
fucking all at
Yeah.
all.
One
I'm
on
waiting
do
for
it.
the baby to grow up. Like every time I
Father,
see somebody, I'm making
uncle.
a
Mm-hmm.
list of people that they look like. Because as I get older, I'm gonna be
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
watching you. So when
Very
that
close.
definite look, oh yeah, it was you.
Mm-hmm.
Go hit around this building.
Even if it wasn't you, yeah, did.
Anyway, if it looked like you,
Just for the
whoever it
resemblance,
looked like, the
you'll die.
resemblance, any
And
of
then
them,
guess
and it
what?
might be
You,
5 or 6 of them. One of you really did it. Like it really
right?
doesn't matter at that point. Doesn't matter. You
Right.
know, it was. I got the person. Maybe four others innocently. You know, I'm gonna have
Right.
to set up with
Right.
God. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? But at the end of the day, yes,
Um,
a couple people gotta
Gangali,
go.
Gangali, it's not about if it's logical or not. It's about fact. You need to go online and put in the girl that got pregnant and had a baby at 5. Her name is Lisa something. I don't remember the last name good. I think she's from Peru or one of them Spanish speaking place there.
And
This is
before you do that, you look
this
up.
is documented history, sir.
You
Document.
look up a women's body. You know what I'm saying? I mean, once you start your menstruation, once you start a period, you can have a child. Doesn't mean it, whatever age that is. Now she's saying she had a condition. Definitely, there's different conditions that make you, you know.
Yeah.
And if she
Mhm.
still had a period at 5, she can have a fucking baby. That's what
Mhm.
the period is for. The period is for you to be able to produce.
But
Like,
guess what? I don't think that's the part he's saying. Not he's just saying the whole thing just doesn't sound like it's possible then.
right. But that's a
But guess
man's
what?
point of view, though.
That's for me. But even for me as a woman, I didn't think that was possible because you know how I ended up reading about that. I went on YouTube. You know how they have these little polls or them question things, and they
Mm.
ask the question, what was the youngest person to ever give birth, right? So
Yeah, I would have looked at that too.
I chose 9 because it was 10, 9, 7, and 5. So I chose 9 and it was incorrect. And then they chose 5 and said that's the correct one. And then they put a little, when they put the right answer, they give you a little note underneath it to say,
Right.
oh, Lisa, whatever, whatever, in 1939, oh, had a baby at 5, blah blah blah. So you know me no, because me can't just believe that just dry so. Come here, I say, no, sir, this stuff sound good. So me decide to me want to do like a thorough investigation.
Right. I would have too. I would
Yeah,
have too.
yes, and that's when
So
I
wait to
found out like she
looking the
really,
baby up now, and her
hmm
kids, and everybody.
hmm she had a healthy baby boy.
Lord have mercy.
Right when you finish, you
Can
can
you
look it up.
could you imagine being a mother that has a
Oh,
5-year-old and then a new baby, and you're a grandmother?
oh my God! You want to see the pictures when they had her with the baby, holding the baby, like how we lay down and hold the baby after birth. Oh my God! It was just a sight, man. It was a sight to see this little tiny baby holding this little baby, and it was just a sight. Oh my
And
God!
not even understanding why you have this little baby.
Right? Don't
Like
even
not
know
even
what.
understanding the pain that you went through and why.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That shit's
Not, yeah,
crazy.
not gonna be able to understand why this happened to you,
Or why your
Yeah,
belly is growing and why is
yeah,
it moving and
yeah.
all sorts of shit. Damn.
I need to go further into it because I didn't like continue. I need to read more because I wanted to see if she had to like even go through the whole breastfeeding and all of that. You know what I mean? Like what kind of breast she could have had at that age too.
I mean, but then again, when you have a baby, you
She was
produce the
so
milk,
little. She was so little. Like
right?
on the pictures, she didn't even look like she
You
had
don't even
breasts.
have breasts. Like you
That's
don't
what
even
I'm
have
saying.
breasts.
She never
But
had
after
no
you have a
breasts.
baby, you start producing milk though.
So what? So how then would I get out the milk without the breast? Because she had flat chest. Well, to me, she looked like she was flat chest. She just
Yeah,
looked so.
I mean, she probably was, but once you have the baby, that's when the milk starts to produce.
Oh, so the milk just a leak out of the flat breast.
The breast grew. They had to,
Right.
but
Oh
after you have the
man.
baby, that's when the milk starts to produce because it's getting ready to feed the
So
baby.
that
You
so
know what
that's
I'm
when
saying?
so that's when the growing would happen too. Because she never have no breasts. She never look like she have no breast to me. Me need to go read up more and see what going for that part there. In terms of the breasts and you know, I need to go down more into this story. Like I just touch the surface, you know. But cause we're distracted with so much other things. I always a freaking keep phone I ring out and I sit and go on. So I don't know what happened, but I came off of it. But Gangali, you can go read and see a serious thing. Yeah, but it is documented. It's that's
That's
like
what trying. He's not understanding.
Gangali. This is
Your brain
documented
is not
history.
fully developed, but once you start your menstruation as a woman, you're getting ready to have a baby. That's your body is developing, and you're able to have a baby. Like you can.
Gangali, I said the internet is not a real place. Listen, sir, this is documented history. Like it,
History
she,
on the
she
internet
is the
is a real
only.
thing.
It's the only person that has ever had a baby at that age. It's a documented history. It's not something that. Listen, I don't know how to explain to this man what a documented history is. It's factual. Like you understand what I say? It's not no little. It's not no little one little website that you don't even you can't even call the name of it because it's some different kind of spelling. No, it's everywhere you can find it. Everywhere in every kind of article. All the articles had it. Every article where you can think about it was there. Like documented history. Like you can go read up on it and see what me I say. Look
Even
for
if you look
yourself.
at women that are trying to, when you ovulate and women are trying to get pregnant, they're told to track their cycle. It's like before or after your period is when your eggs start to drop. So
Hmm.
it's like, okay, so when you're ovulating and you're trying to have a baby and you're at that point, you'll say, okay, that's when you and your husband supposed to have sex because you're
Hmm.
ovulating. But it has to
There's
come
a
with your
window.
period.
There's a
There's a
window,
window and
like
it comes
5 days
around
or
your
something.
period.
Hmm. Yeah, but Gangali, you can go read. Go and go read it up. Go and go
Definitely.
read for yourself. Yeah. Because remember, I know when me first see to me, say, no, sir. Uh-uh. No, 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 no. You understand? I had to look like everywhere, like multiple articles, like that, but I think I checked probably 10 because I wanted to be sure, you know? Can
Right.
me I say, maybe it must be a joke because this just sounds so. And then the pictures are there also of her, and the pictures are not in of you can see it's old. It's back in them days. They understand what I say? It was 1939, you know, but there's pictures of her with the baby. Even as the baby grew, there's pictures of her with the baby, and me I said, Jesus God, the two of them look like me don't know how to deal with the
It could be
situation.
brother and sister. Like
It's a lot of mercy.
it could be
Lord have
brother and
mercy.
sister.
and it was
So
and it was a healthy baby boy, healthy. I said, "Wow, this is
they
this."
took care of her. You know what I'm saying? The family made sure that she was taken care of. When I got pregnant at 15 and I ended up going to a school. Well, it was a school for slash badass kids
Hmm.
that got kicked out of high school
Yeah, we
and
have it in Jamaica too.
pre-
We have it.
pregnant teens.
Hmm.
So the youngest person at there was 12. Youngest person I was pregnant at this school was 12. I was like, yeah, that's crazy. I mean, even though, I was 15, but I'm like
Hmm.
12 is crazy.
Same for me, Trees. 15,
Hmm.
15 plus had the baby. 16.
Me
You
too.
understand me? So it's like, went through it. The only good thing for me is that my parents they have a school like that in Jamaica, but my parents them never gonna make me go into this kind of situation. You understand? Yeah, but
Hmm.
a lot of I used to see them walking around with their baby, them. I think they used to wear like a black and white. I think it was black and white. You could know them. They had the same uniform, and
Right.
they all had their little baby and the stroller and all of that. You know, and it was like, all right, all of them. Once you see them, you just know. Say, okay, them are the girl. Them will get pregnant. So they were
Right.
over that school. because it's like back in them days that it was like a big thing. Like everyone looked down on you, the girl who got
Right.
pregnant, but not the man, not the man. No,
Right.
the
Right.
man, they no, I've no problem with the man, no problem with the man. The girl, everybody talk about you, and you understand me. You're like the worst thing. You're almost shunned.
Because I started out in like my regular high school. You know what I'm saying? But then after what was that, like in the 10th grade or something like that? But then after a while they made me transfer to this school. Which I really, I didn't even give a fuck. It was closer. The high school that I went to I had to be bused to, was far away. The school that I was going to was right where I lived at in walking distance. You know what I'm saying? So it really
Hmm.
didn't matter to me. But all my motherfucking friends with this at this badass school, it was easier, you know.
Right. You know what? I love how I dealt with my situation because at first, like, all right, so I was in grade 11, right? So my mother said, all right, yo, after me have the baby, she want me repeat grade 11. So me I go repeat now. So me there at the school and everybody at table, because everybody know what happened to you and everybody know why you did it and all of these things. They know say pregnant, you get pregnant. And for the first time, like the first week of going there, I cry so much trees. I crying in the bathroom every day because me just feel so, like shame. Like there was just a shame on me.
Right,
But then me say, you know what? Fuck that. Me now make them people and make me shame. So me, you know what me do? Me they have a photo album with all of the pictures them where we take when the baby born and everything. Cause them days that we used to take the pictures them and get them like you do it with the film and get it. So we have the nice album make with baby picture. But just bring the album to go school with me and show everybody my baby.
right,
Me just
right,
show off my baby. Ah yeah, me just embrace it basically. Me
right.
embrace what happened to me. And because me know say
Of course,
it
like
not
I
gonna
know.
happen to me again, me know it not happen to me again. So them expect. So what them expect from you at Jamaica? Normally when you get pregnant young, them things you're gonna keep and I get pregnant and I have baby,
You will
baby,
never
baby, baby,
drop
which
out
is
of school.
it usually happens like
And
that.
all type
But
right,
but me say listen, not this time, yeah, not that one, yeah. Me
right,
never listen, I wasn't even gonna have another baby. I don't even know how my son come in the picture. 12 years later, no me gonna have my son. Because me did give up on it. Me say me done with baby. Me don't want the trauma.
right. So
The
young,
trauma was so severe.
right, right. I went to it.
Yo, that trauma
My
was
area, I know I was talked about. I know I was talked about, but would nobody say shit to me though? Because even with a
right.
belly, I was fighting, so they knew that. Okay, but as far as being talked about, of course I was. But then I look back at everything that I went through, and after having my baby, and we were still hanging out and seeing my friends. I just had a stroller with a baby in it. You know what I
Right.
mean? And everybody embraced my child. All my
Mm-hmm.
friends after that. But
Right.
even with the school, I think I coped with it better at that school with other pregnant teens than I did at
Mm-hmm.
my high school. You know what I'm saying? Then I was going through other shit with, living with
Yeah,
my
but
dad and his wife. So that was the trauma of it. But after that, it was like, then I look back at it. Like once I had my daughter and I had my own place, I had dropped out of school because I got pregnant again with my youngest daughter at 18 and I had morning sickness, like horribly. I stayed in the bathroom spitting up. So I said, fuck it. Can't nobody make me go to school because I had my own place. But I dropped out and I had my daughter. And what made me go back, it was my stepfather's family. First of all, they said that when I got my own place, I was never going to go to school and, yada yada. I
mm-hmm.
was never going to make nothing of myself. And,
Right.
that was my motivation to go back to school. So
Mm-hmm.
I went back to school with my oldest daughter, and then once I had my youngest daughter and dropped out, oh, that was the big thing too. Oh, she ain't
Yeah.
never back. She
Yeah.
never
Mm-hmm.
she done dropped out.
Mm-hmm.
I had her in June and I applied to school in September. Yeah, just because y'all said I can't. And I graduated with two kids in the audience. When I walked across the stage,
Oh
both my
wow.
daughters was in the audience.
I love it.
And so I made sure that even though I had them young, that I got my diploma. You can't say
Mm-hmm.
it's not possible. You understand what I'm saying? You cannot say it's not possible. Is it hard? It's hard as fuck.
Yeah.
No, but if you make that choice, you got to make that choice not only for you. Like when people was going to proms and shit, I was buying diapers, and you know what I mean. When people was
right?
getting dressed up to go to proms, yeah, I was
Yeah,
being a real mom,
when me come home from school, me have to breastfeed.
right?
I used to come home from school and have to breastfeed my baby. Like this was my life. You know me
Right,
I say? But the as you say about the motivation, that my motivation was that kind of same kind of thing. In a Jamaica, them expect you to continue breed up. It
right,
was even the hospital, even the nurse said to me, say, lad, we soon see you back again.
right. That type of shit.
We soon see you back
Type
again.
of
So
shit.
me say you know, see me back in, me say you better take a picture of me and paste it up on the wall. Cause the only time you get to see me, I will find the picture there. Me not coming back up here. Me come back. What you talk about? Joke on I make.
My
So
mother's
that
friend
was
when we came home, she's like, "Oh, the first day coming home with the baby. Oh, you want another one, don't you? You want another
yeah,
one?" I'm
yeah, yeah,
like,
yeah. Mm-hmm. That same way them talk at Jamaica and feel them one sound worse because they say it in a patois so you know it not sound good. Yeah,
right,
she not stop breed. She not
right.
I be God have mercy. We say you them expect the worst. Listen, they expect the worst from you after you have the first baby. Them give up on you completely and them expect the worst from you. You can't become no again. That's it. You're dead in the show. So me decide say,
Especially
hey,
me.
all right, make we see how this is going to can. Now see me back in, I almost never even have another pity because look how long before me have an expect me 12 years.
Right.
So you must
But
know,
you
say,
know, my thing was everybody. It just like you said, the expectation. I got emancipated at 17, which allowed me to be an adult, and that's how I got my first apartment. So that in itself, I'm 17 with my own apartment. Oh, she ain't never going to school.
what you
Can't
mean?
nobody tell her to
Trinity,
go to school.
can you explain that to me? I always hear people say that. What you mean when you say emancipated?
You
Like
go in
you,
front of a judge and they deem you an adult. Like you
oh
have to go in front of a judge because, once I had to stay in the shelter with my daughter, um, I had to go in front of a judge to be able to get housing. So it was basically like because staying in the shelter helped me get emancipated and helped me get my place faster. Because when you're deemed homeless and you're staying in the shelter, you go to the top of the list of any housing.
yeah,
So like you could put in an application for housing. I'm in a shelter, but you have a place. You know what I'm saying? You live with
yeah,
somebody. I'm homeless in a shelter. I go above you, and I don't care
mm-hmm,
how long you've been on this waiting list. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? So the emancipation was you go in front of a judge and you tell them why you need to be emancipated. Okay, first of all, I'm living in a shelter. I have a 1-year-old child, and that's why. You know what I'm saying? I can't get my own place because I'm still deemed a child in in everybody else's eyes. I should still be staying with my mother. You know what I mean? So
okay,
at that point, once they emancipate you, I could get on the housing waiting list. I could get my own check and food stamps because I had a child. It just deemed me an adult.
oh.
In the government eyes, I was
And
an adult.
what age you have to be to get that to do that?
If you have nobody that's caring for you, I mean, I don't know what the youngest is. I have to look that
Oh,
tell you. I don't know what the youngest is, but once you're staying in the shelter because they have. I mean, back then I don't know what it is now. Like they had shelters for like age groups, basically. Like
yeah,
if you were under 18, you could stay at this place. You know what I mean? And because I had a child, I could stay at this place that it was like the YMCA, but it was like a shelter. It's no Salvation Army. That was the name of it. Um, because I had a child, and that was basically, and it seemed like that was the Salvation Army was for people that had children because there was a guy in there that had two sons that he was raising. You know what I'm saying? And he was able to get his place faster. So that's what and even in my city now, like if you're homeless and you have kids and you sleeping on a motherfucker's couch, go to a shelter, stay in the shelter, follow their rules, and they will get you in a place.
right.
You'll either get public housing or you'll get on Section 8, but you will get a place. The problem with these motherfuckers that's laying on people's couches, you don't want to go to a shelter and have to be in by 8 o'clock at night. Like that's
Oh,
one of the stipulations.
they don't want to follow the rules of the shelter.
Follow the rules. So you rather sleep on somebody's couch and be a bum and have drag your kids from place to place to place because you don't want to follow the rules. But if you stay in the shelter, that you will get a place. There's programs to where there's some programs they'll pay your fucking rent for a year and shit. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
the thing is, you have to follow those fucking rules, and one of them is be in by 8 o'clock. You don't know how many people I done seen that was locked out of this motherfucking shelter because they didn't make it by 8. Like once you came to the door and they was like, no, no, it's 8:05. It's a no. Motherfuckers that but there was bitches that was petty like that. It's 8:05. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But there was some people that was coming in from partying and shit. They come in and they trying to be you wasn't allowed to come in and look like you was intoxicated or, smell like weed. You wasn't getting in, you know. So you have to and the rules still apply today. Like you go to a shelter, there's fucking rules. But you
Right.
definitely will be put on the top of the list of getting your place.
But
Yeah,
at least them have a system in place to help out like that.
right. Right.
Right?
I mean, it's
Right?
the system, I mean, the shit that you got to go through for that shit. I mean, the amount of now I don't know what the system is. It would
Yeah,
seem
but
like it was
that
rough then.
yeah, but it better than if you sleep or catch up on people place and then take a kind of no. I better you go in there and just bear through it until they can
That
get a
is
place.
that is so true. But you have motherfuckers that will rather sleep on somebody's couch than go ahead and go from house to house with drag their kids from house to house instead of going into a fucking shelter and getting their own place. I mean, and
Right?
then the thing is, they have a time limit. Like they want you in your own place within a couple months. So it's not like you're going to be in there for 6 months in a year. I think it's like no more than 3 months. You will have your
Right?
own fucking place.
Right?
You wouldn't do that to be comfortable in your own shit,
Right?
laying on people's couches and dealing with other people and their shit.
Why one thing with America do them have that's why well guess why that's why first world country because them there's something there. Eh? We not have them there sitting them and say you're dead in the show.
Right,
You dead. Get your own place. Where?
right, right.
You better sleep on the street.
And that's it.
Nobody not care about you. You need to sleep on the street, and that me I tell you about shelter and get your own place. Where? You know?
But
And
yeah,
that's
that's once I moved it. Now I had got because I had my daughter, I got a 2 bedroom, my own 2 bedroom apartment,
and
and I
they you have to pay rent when you get it?
yeah. But see, I got a check then, which was only I mean I think back then a welfare check probably was only like 100 and something dollars, maybe 150 something dollars every 2 weeks, and I got food stamps, maybe 200 and something dollars because it was just me and my daughter. So my rent was only like $83.
Oh, that
My
for the
first
month?
$83 job. So that was
Yo.
everything. That was lights, gas, water. It was everything. It was just $83.
Oh wow.
But you had to survive off that extra whatever you got. Like
Mm-hmm.
that little extra, that
And you
you
could and you can work too, right?
had. Yeah, you could have worked. Yeah, I definitely wasn't trying to work. I was still going to school. But you can work. You know what I mean? Now, I mean,
Yeah.
even now, you can work. So how the welfare system works is you can still work, but you have to turn in your pay stubs on how much you make or whatever. And if you're over the guidelines of being eligible for it, then they cut you off. But what
Oh,
they try to do is like if you're making minimum wage and you're not making that much money, you're still allowed, you may still be eligible for like a little bit of cash, depending on how much you make. But even if you're not eligible for cash, you'll still be able to get food stamps, right?
yeah.
And medical for you and your kids.
Wow.
But the more money you would make, the more shit that they take away from you too. You on your own now. Like you ain't eligible for shit.
Yeah, but may I agree with that because if you start make
Right,
money,
right,
why you want
right.
all these things? There's people who need it. You need for them. You understand me? But
Man,
me
people
just
out here
feel
that
like
don't
yo,
want to
that's
give.
just still so good though. Like you even have this kind of system. right?
So
It's
it's out
amazing,
there. It's out there.
right?
People that, abuse the system that fuck up for everybody else. I mean, I abused the system too. I ain't even gonna lie. I did everything that everybody else was doing way back then, getting extra money and all types of shit. But I also had a plan on never this is not my final destination.
Right? You know, so do
Understand
it
what
for
I'm
reach.
saying?
Yeah, it's like a stepping stone to get to the
It
next
was,
step.
and that's what it was. And my mother always said, "This is a stepping stone. This is a stepping stone." I my mother was got married and we lived in public housing and she worked and her husband worked until she was able to buy her home. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, it is a stepping stone until you want better and you can do better. So my thing was this was never my final destination. I let the welfare pay for me to go to nursing school, and I went to medical assistant school, let them pay for that. I went to nursing school, let them pay for that. You know what I'm saying? Um, use their system to help them pay for my books and everything else. But they do those type of things for you to better yourself. Now they send you out there, not make your own motherfucking money. Let somebody else that's coming up that need it be in the system instead of you try to drain it and take advantage of it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
What's gonna happen?
The problem is some people get very comfortable in it, and when they get comfortable,
They
that
get
work,
comfortable.
yeah,
Not
the
only get
worthless,
comfortable, this is how they want to live. Like I knew
yeah,
a woman that said that she don't care how many kids she has to adopt. She's never moving out of the projects. So that's why you adopt them, so you can keep your place. You hear not one thing about love or nothing like that. So you're going
right.
to keep adopting kids and let them grow, raise them, and then when they move out or they move on, you adopt another
Add up another one. Wow.
one. You adopt another one.
Just to keep getting every other the benefit them.
Just so you never have to leave this project where you're only paying one rent. But you got a full fucking townhouse, like 3 bedrooms. At that time, it was like 3 bedrooms, second floor, kitchen and living room, fully huge ass basement, and with a shower in it. You know what I'm saying? That was like a whole nother apartment and shit.
Right? You probably had a rent out part of it too and make a little money too.
Most definitely. Most
Yeah.
definitely.
All type of hustling I go on now.
All type. all, all types of parties and, card parties and all types of shit.
Right? Them get comfortable and them decide say, look, me not work, like this, I stay
Look
on
at
this
all
thing.
this that you got. You ain't got to pay no light, no gas, no. You got cable. You pay your cable bill. You pay your phone bill, and you pay your rent. That's it. It was all your bills,
And your rent cheap bad.
and your rent is cheap.
Mm-mm.
It was based on like 30% of your income. I know it used to be. It was 30% of whatever you got, even if it was just welfare. It was 30% of the check that you got.
Right?
But if
Wow.
you didn't have no check one point, if you didn't get no check and you got into a place, like say they cut you off or whatever, you got no income whatsoever. You didn't pay no rent. Your rent was zero.
Mm-mm.
Your rent was zero. Now I think it went up to if you have no income whatsoever, you at least got to pay like $125 a month.
Oh.
So come up with
But
that.
but still, that's so cheap.
Right,
You
right,
have your own place. Me never know all them money they sound. Jesus, God.
right.
Like, can you imagine somebody? Listen, right now, if somebody said to me, say, look, all you have to pay is $125 a month, you don't have to pay a mortgage anymore. Jesus, God, Tracy can't even tell you how my life would have be. My life would have be so amazing because every month me there one different country.
Right.
You
Listen,
know,
when
every month.
when they finally moved me out of I had my 2 bedroom. I ended up having my daughter and then eventually had my son. So I had to be moved into a 3 bedroom. Like my daughters could share a room, my son had to have his own room. So they end up moving me up in my family's neighborhood that I was raised with, my mom's side of the family, which I wanted to go up there anyway because I not only was I raised there, I damn near spent like all my weekends and summers there, and I had a lot of family up there. So When they finally told me that I had my place there, they had two different types of apartments. They had They had no two different type of townhouses that I was eligible for. There was one townhouse where they all had basements, but there was some that didn't have a back door. Okay, so you go down into the basement. You could only. So I always prayed for the one that had the back door. I'm like, oh God, if they get me my place up here, I just want to have a back door. I just want to be able to go in and out my back door without having to go all the way upstairs. So when
Mm-hmm.
they gave me my place, my first thing I did is I drove up there and I'm like, try to see where it was at. Not only did I have a back door, my place faced the street, which there was houses across the street. Cause you got nosy neighbors. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? My mine faced the back street, and it was houses on the other side, and I could literally like park my car in the back, and nobody could really see me coming in and out. Oh, you talk about happy? Oh my God! I'm like, yes, this is what I needed. People all in your business. But
Right.
I love being back there. I would take the easy way. I would even bring my groceries in the back door. Like I rarely even use my front door. But I was end up being. It's crazy because it's like strategic on how they um put you in an area where you already have family.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
I not only had my aunt, well, my cousin. I lived in one court. The next court up, my cousin lived there. If you walked across the path, it used to be like a playground area. If you walked all the way to the other side of the street, I mean, to the other street completely, I had two cousins that lived in that row. Like I could actually look out my front door and see their place. And then I had another relative that lived, well, that damn near had relatives that lived on all the streets. But I mean, I was up there with about like maybe 5 or 6 houses worth of family. And my aunt lived in the high rise. So but that's what I wanted. I wanted my kids to be raised around my family the way I was.
Well, one thing doing on trees, it's so I can go through a whole heap.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. There's nothing but
Just,
make you stronger. You know what I'm saying?
just so enough. Like, just a lot. My God.
I mean, it's survival of the fittest.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's what I equate. Like even with my first time going over to Jamaica and seeing how Jamaica was, and my friend that took me over there and like took me to his grandmother's house and the bathroom was outside and like
Mm-hmm.
really seeing the ghetto versus the pictures we see on TV of this beautiful
Oh,
Jamaica, the
fancy.
water
Oh,
being
tourist areas.
girl, girl. When I went there, I mean, I was in total, I really was in shock. And I didn't take the only picture. Let me tell you, the only picture that I took my first visit was me and my cousin on a plane. I refused to take any pictures in the ghetto. Like I didn't want to see. I didn't want that to be, even though that's where I was at. I felt like I didn't want to take pictures of how bad I saw it. Like my friend took us to a fish market, and past the fish market was like piles of dirt where people had made a path, and there was board houses back there. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So I'm girl.
Listen,
When I tell you the
listen.
shock, the motherfucking shock that I was in. You know what I'm saying? But then, the more I went there, it was like, okay, so it's still a ghetto. Like I'm born and raised in the ghetto, but our ghetto is privileged. It's
Mm-hmm.
privileged.
Mm-hmm.
This is like the white versus the black,
Yeah, this is
but
the
it's
real
still a
ghetto.
fucking
A
ghetto
real
though.
ghetto we are talking
Yes,
about out this.
yes, yes, yes.
We're
But it's
talking about
still, you
zinc
still got to
house and
survive that. You still got to
mm-hmm.
survive that shit. Like you still got gunmen, and you still got crime, and that's still in the my ghetto and in your ghetto. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? So, but yeah, you talk about shock. Lord have mercy. When I tell you, it shocked in my system. I was like, oh my god, I did not
Well,
expect that.
welcome,
I
welcome to
expected all.
Jamaica.
I expected all these. The water was pretty. It was, but when I first time I went, like literally Montego Bay, where like Pier One and the KFC and all that
Mhm.
shit, all of that was dirt roads. Like there was no street. It was all still dirt roads.
How long that? A long time that?
2003 was the first time I went.
Shit, 20 years ago that you know when?
Yes.
Yeah, a long
There was
time that it.
no road. There was no. I mean, there was no road. Like we went from Montego Bay to Kingston. There was no fucking buildings and resorts and all that was dirt road. All of that, I remember that. All that was dirt fucking road. Because
Mhm.
we went to my friend's house. His mom lived in. Well, his mom lived in Kingston too. His dad lived in St. Anne, but we went and stayed with his mom. I forgot what area she lived in, but it was in Kingston, and all the whole ride was dirt fucking road. I was like, oh my god,
Welcome, welcome to Jamaica.
right? Yeah, I was thrown into that shit. That's when you still had to walk, get off the plane. You still had to
Right,
walk off the plane
right.
and walk into the airport. I was
Oh
like,
yeah, you
bullshit.
remember the, you know the days when we used to have to dip on the airport roof a wave to a family. I wave them bye bye.
Me and my cousin
I
waited.
remember going there when I was younger and doing that with my family. I go back to England. Me remember like a couple times doing that. And it's just that memory that in my mind right now when we think about now versus then. I'm like, we were really on the roof waving. Like,
Oh, let me tell you, I went in February. So
oh,
our first trip here, leaving here was February. It was snowing. It was snowing so bad that our trip was actually delayed by 2 days, right? So I like extended my days for 2 days. But so we got winter here. This is winter time. This is fur coat. This is all types of, you know, long sleeve. This is keep warm shit. Why did me and my cousin go? I think I had like a fur coat on. I don't know.
which one got it? Which one got it at first one? Jamaica?
Yes.
Why you
Listen,
wearing
I
first
want to
one
leave.
in Jamaica?
I want to leave that motherfucking.
First
I
one,
want to throw that coat away. Do you hear me?
yeah, Sherpa, Sherpa,
My cousin had
Sherpa
on.
riding.
My
Oh
cousin had
God,
on. I think like she had on like a turtleneck.
very
It
warm
was,
dressing.
I think it was like sweater material, sweater material outfit. So you know the long ass walk that you got to
Bubble jackets and Sherpa lining.
do. We had to. We had to walk. We was we was sweating and shit. Then we had to wait to get our luggage. We had to wait to get our luggage and shit. You know there was no fans blowing.
What fun? Oh, where else get fun from?
Oh my god! When I tell you,
Fun blowing. What fun? Yeah, remember the please. Remember the
when we
Jamaica to
fin-
see them more
when we
fun
finally got
blowing.
outside, we finally got
In
outside.
Jamaica, we are camels. Oh God.
These fans in the airport and shit, girl. Girl, when we got outside, I literally like threw this coat at my friend, like, take this motherfucker.
Right?
I don't even want to hold it no more.
Right?
I was so fucking like I really want to leave that coat there. Like I didn't even want to travel with it no fucking more. Oh my god.
Imagine your life when you realize that you're burning.
I was not fucking ready. You hear me? I was not ready. I was not prepared for that type of heat. Through the airport? Through the airport. The way that I was seeing Jamaica on TV, the way they had that water, shimmer, they had that water shimmering and shit.
Turquoise. You know,
Everybody all nice
dirty
and cool and
waters.
shit.
Oh my God.
Oh, they had it all nice and cool. Everybody, the shit was shimmering. I was like, oh yeah, right. We want. They didn't tell me that I was leaving the winter to go to hell because that's what it felt like. Like it was so motherfucking hot, and then so we had to get off the plane, walk down the steps, and then walk into the airport. I have this fucking fur coat. Cousin,
Look here, baby, you please stop that. Recording.
my cousin with
So
this
when you
turtleneck.
go
My cousin with this fucking turtleneck with this that was a sweater outfit. We walking across the fucking airport with this shit in our hands to go into the airport. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
I'm imagining the cousin and the turtleneck.
It was a fucking fur coat. I'm telling you, it was brown. I'm so glad it wasn't a full length. I don't think it was a full length. I can't remember that, but I know this motherfucker was. It was yeah. I was nice and cozy in Pittsburgh. Okay, when I tell you I was nice and warm, fuck this.
Hmm.
Hell. You understand what I'm saying? I'm good. Man, we got off that motherfucking plane. I was like, oh, first of all, I'm shocked that they was like, oh, so we're getting off. I had to look out the window and say, but we're not close to the airport.
Right?
We're not close to the airport. Like, you mean we have to get off and walk into the airport? That's my first shock. That's my first shocker. Like, you mean to tell me I have to walk across the hot? Then I'm like, it look hot outside. You know what I'm saying?
Right? And you come step off in a fur coat.
Lord
So
Jesus
you what?
Christ.
No, sir.
Lord. Mm-mm. I mean, I was so, oh my God. That shit was traumatizing. Like, after that, I said, listen, after that trip, I didn't give a fuck if it was snowing here. Once I got into the airport, I was changing my fucking clothes, okay? I was putting on
Hmm.
shorts and sandals at the airport, even if it was wintertime outside, because I know when the fuck I get off this plane, the amount of
Yeah.
heat hit me in my face, I need to be prepared for it.
I,
You can only get me
step
once.
off in a fur.
You can only get me once with that. It was only once. You could only get me once with that shit. Never again. I was so mad I had to take it back with me. Like, I really wanted to throw that bitch away, knowing that I'm coming back to the wintertime. Mm,
Right? Welcome to Jamaica. You know?
yeah. When I tell you I was thrown into this shit,
But yeah, at least did enjoy your trip.
oh, most definitely. Oh, I
Mm.
cried on the way home. I was crying on the plane. I was like, oh my God, I gotta leave. I swear to God, I ain't staying no less than 10 days next time I come. Like, that 7 days went so fucking fast.
Mm-hmm.
It
When
seemed
you
like
make,
it was only two.
listen, when you left on vacation, things move fast. When you left
7
on
days ain't long
vacation,
enough to do shit. 7 days ain't long enough to do shit. Okay?
when
Let
you
me tell you that. 7 days,
7 days of Jamaica joke. Joking.
I can't, I had already made it up in my mind that 10 days, it has to be no less than 10 days when I go to Jamaica, or I'm not going. If I can't stay 10 days at least, I'm not going. Because it's going to fuck me up. Everything's going to be discombobulated and shit. It's not even worth me going. You know what
Right?
I'm saying? So, my next trip I stayed like 16, but always, I think I've never stayed 10. No, no, we did go for 9 days one time, and that fucked me up. We didn't even go for the 10. But Delta was overbooked. So me and my cousin and her husband, like, we said we leaving and shit. And so we was standing in line. It's like, oh, we have an announcement. You know, um, we need 4 volunteers. I was like, here go 3 right here. She hadn't
Oh,
even said what we was volunteering for. I said, here
oh,
goes 3 right here.
Oh,
Then
they
she
want.
told us, she was like, "Oh, well, what we need volunteers for is the plane is overbooked and we need people to stay. Yes, here's three. I'm telling you, here's three right here, right? So they put us up in, I think, sandals or something like that.
Oh wow,
Right? Yeah. So that was my
wow.
first time ever staying in an all inclusive was because of Delta.
Oh wow.
Drove us there. They put us up in a room and they came and got us. And then when we got on the plane the next day, we were in first class.
Oh wow.
But that's when I realized that I never, ever, ever again want to stay in a resort. So I'm glad
Mhm.
I experienced that one day because it wasn't for me. It's not for me. I don't want to do resorts. They was, they had a little what they have a fashion show and they was doing all types of shit. I was like, where the fuck is the party at? Where the music at? What's really going? They had like a little room that they did karaoke in, and I was like, oh, this is not for me. Not what I just came from. Like we was up on the
Right.
mountain. We was just up on the mountain and shit. You know what I mean? We went to the jungle. Yeah, this ain't for me. This ain't for me. Y'all ain't doing enough for me in here. This up all night. You could drink all day, and I want to be out in the streets and party. Like I want to go to real parties. Yeah,
So
that
you
wasn't
know,
me.
say, so me tell you now, me no go, me no go like resort, you know. Like when me go Jamaica. All right. So sometimes I go Jamaica. 5 time, for the year in the trees. Before Corona, we used to steady and going up. Because guess what go on now? We used to get the Airbnb, them a mobile. Book out the Airbnb for a 3 day. So we used to just go down and next week we gone again, you know. Yeah man. Yo.
Right,
Yeah man, because when we live so close to it, it's like
right,
you can just get up and say, yo, you know, so
right.
me go Jamaica for the weekend. And me just book a Airbnb and mobile. Nice. Me have my own little pool. Me get big pool with my hot tub. You understand what I say to you?
Mhm,
I
mhm,
just go there, go
mhm.
relax 1, 2, 3 days, you know, and just come back. Me so love do that shit. Swear.
Man, I
Mm,
loved when I moved. Like from Pittsburgh, I have to catch two planes.
I
Okay,
love it.
but when I moved to Georgia, and it was only 3 hours. Oh, you ain't said nothing but a word. You said nothing but a word. Loved it. I'm be there in 3 hours. Less than 3 hours. I'll see you in less than 3 hours.
Like one of my Airbnb, every time like that there was one Airbnb where we used that one there like I wanna say I've been there probably like 5 times already. Because it's like, when you find somewhere where you're going, you just the vibes just good. So every time, yeah man. I have one Airbnb like that I'm gonna be away. Yo, trust me. Me I recommend that Airbnb to anybody. But me say the place is so nice and comfortable in the trees. With your own, you have at a night time, music are playing, you have your nice heated pool, you have your little jacuzzi, a bubble up over there. So, that's what I said to you. Nice
Mm-hmm.
music, them have like surround system with the lights, them and a nighttime nice music are playing. Like the music, the vibe just nice, right? Through, Yeah, yeah.
That's what I need, the vibes. You know what I
I love
mean?
that. I love do that shit. Hey,
My friend
cause
had took
hey,
us to
sometimes
a friend had booked a well, he knew a lady on in Mount Salem that had a duplex, and he rented that for us every year. Before I start going to St. Thomas, me and Cherry, I love me some Cherry. When I tell you I love me some Cherry, all I had to do was call her and tell her how many people was coming. She would have the rooms ready for us. So I always like to have the room on the first floor where you could either go in where the living room and dining room and kitchen was, or I can come out the side door and be right there on the porch. You know what I'm saying? But all we have to do is tell her. She knew that we party so motherfucking hard. When we came and dropped our bags off, we was like, okay, so how much we owe? She's like, no, no, I know you want to go party. You know what I mean? After 3 days, I'm like, girl, let me pay you because we doing too much in these streets right now. I at least want to be able to pay you your money that we owe you because we doing a lot out here. Like she knew from the time we dropped our bags off, we was headed right the fuck back out, right back out. So what shocked me was this was my first time staying there was in this villa. And in the room, there was like you'd either have two two beds. She had cable TV, air conditioner, own bathroom. You know, what fucked me up is me going from there and staying in St. Thomas and realizing that every place don't have hot water.
Right?
Oh, the shock to my system. She had hot water, so I'm taking hot showers. You know, when I started staying
Mhm.
in St. Thomas, I stepped in that motherfucker and I'm like waiting for the hot water to come down.
You are you always have all these plans,
I mean, I'm waiting a good
all these
minute for
expectations,
I'm waiting a good
but
minute for
you're
this
waiting
hot
for hot
water to come
water.
down. It was a no. I'm like, this is a shock to like I had to realize that, I'm like, okay, so what I gotta do is just lather up real good and then just go
Right?
ahead and rinse off. And just go ahead and you know what I'm saying? I just gotta real fast, real fast. Because I'm not used to cold water. That's why I don't get in the water. I don't get in ocean water. But that was a shock to my system. I was like, okay. I even had to ask her. I said, I was like, the hot water don't work. The hot water ain't working. She was like, fucking hot water.
you you asked her if the hot water not working.
Yes, I did. I had to because it wasn't working. That's no fun. Ain't no fucking hot water.
What she say, Trees?
She was
What
like,
she
yeah, there's no hot water. You know how much I have to pay for hot water? She said, you don't understand how much I have to pay to make sure that there was hot water. I said, well, damn.
Jesus God. And them water they cool in Jamaica, you know?
Cold.
Hey. Bad. But guess what? The trick is to, the trees, you have to make the water run off. You have to make it run off. So you're going there, you turn on the water and make it run for a while. Because
You
you see
think
that
I didn't? I
you
was
see
in
you
the
see
back of the shower letting it run for a good while, waiting for it to get hot. I did let it run for a while. I sure did. I sure the fuck did. Now I realize why only one of the fucking faucets work, one of the nozzles work, because there's no hot water. So you don't even need the other one. That's just for decoration.
decoration.
Fun facts. It was like, why is there two here? One don't even work.
Right?
This one that does not work at all. That's decoration. Even the sink, the same way. There's two. Only one works. I learned though. Told you I was thrown into this shit. It was either sink or swim. I was like,
Right?
oh, so I see now. Now I see. Now I see what I gotta do. All right. I'm up for the challenge. Yep.
How you manage with the bathing? You must be afraid for bathe every time.
I told you I just have to I let it run and then I stay way, way back in the shower and then I soap up my rag and then I wash myself off and then I just go for it. Just rinse myself, rinse the rag off and just I just hurry up and just fuck it. You know what I'm saying? I just got
You have,
fuck it.
you
You
have to
know,
just make up. You have to make up your mind and just run in.
right?
Just run under
Run
it and
in, just run in
just.
and just be like fuck it. You got to get the soap off. You know what I mean? That's it. But that's a fucking process. I was like, oh, this I wasn't built for this. This shit is cold as fuck. Like it's the sun is out hot as hell and this water is freezing.
And we're still at St. Thomas. St. Thomas, this a happen.
Mm-hmm.
For St. Thomas, them water they cold bad, man. My family live at St. Thomas, and we used to go St. Thomas every time. Used to do it for the whole summers and all these things when me I grew up. So, enough of my life at St. Thomas. You understand me? And trust me, the water there is no joke thing. No joke cold. There's some different kind of cold water you talk about. You
That
know what you
seemed
have
like
to
it's
do?
the same. I think I really was thinking that she just got the water from the fucking sea. Like this is
Right?
how cold this shit is.
Listen. Me used to when my auntie used to tell me say figure because all right, so I'm a father, sister there at St. Thomas, right? But him two sister used to live at St. Thomas. So when summertime come, we live at Portmore, so say summertime we have to go country. We have to go down there go stay for the summer. I saw it go to Jamaica. So when me hear my auntie say Kim, time for go bed. Mr. Jesus God. Me no think up to now me think of the one of the worst sounds. When me
Right.
like the trauma when me get from that hearing my auntie. Listen, me used to hide finna bed. Me used to hide finna
I
bed, you know. Yeah,
remember.
man. Them have to chase me down, forget me for bed. Them all are, listen, me don't think you understand. Me try finna. Them used to tell me, say, you too nasty. You don't like bed. You too nasty. You don't like bed. Me say, I'm not nasty. The water, the
Look,
water,
I
the water is
understand.
so cool. The
Fucking
water,
cold.
yo.
Lord have
And
mercy.
then guess what? No, no, them just get used to it or something.
Right, right. They do. But my thing was, I'm gonna be honest with you. If I was a smaller person,
Mm-hmm.
I would just maybe have to wash up in my private areas and my underarms and my ass. Like, I mean, if I was smaller, but I have to make sure that I'm clean all over. So I had to bear it. You know what I mean? And I was
Right?
like, oh my God. I see small people feel as though that they don't have to wash. Some people think that they don't have to wash every day, but they really should, but still, you know. But if I felt as though I could get away with it,
Mm-hmm.
if I didn't feel, you know, like
Hello.
I didn't feel like I would smell
Mm-hmm.
from sweating all day and being in the sun already, I would have had to try it. Like I would have had to try it. But I had to build up my courage and say, you know what, I just gotta get this shit over with.
Mm-hmm.
Like there was times when I would just go because I really don't even like being in the sun all like that. So early in the morning, I would go out before she even opened and all that shit and would just go sit in the sun and just be hot as fuck. So when I
Yeah.
got in the cold water, at least that first initial, when the water hit me, it would cool me off. And by the time it started getting cold, I'm halfway done. You know what I'm saying? I had to find a fucking system because that water's so fucking cold. Lord have mercy. That early morning getting up and showering, I was like, oh no, we're not doing that. We just can't. That's put my body in the shock.
Man, what a cold bad man. Me used to know want bed. They must look for me and ball out for me. What I say? What a cold man.
I take a shower in the evening before I go to bed. You think I did there? There I washed up. There was just a wash up. I'm be honest. At nighttime, it was just a wash up. We
We
definitely get in the shower.
we
Once
call it
it was
we
good
call
enough
it
for me.
tidy.
Tidy. We call it hoe bath here. It's a hoe bath. You wash in your important areas and you good. You know what I'm saying? After you wash the important areas, you're good. But I was like, yeah, I cannot definitely get in there at night when the sun went down and it ain't as hot. My body probably would have went in shock. Probably would have died in the shower as soon as water hit me. Yeah, that water's cold as. When I say cold, I said, "Oh Lord, mm-mm." That's like now. Even when I go to Jamaica, I gotta find them. I gotta call and say, "Do y'all have hot water? Can I at least get that? Because I'm gonna need somewhere that I can get some hot water in my life. I'll pay the extra." So my girlfriend in Atlanta, she's gonna start traveling. She wanna go to Jamaica. And spend the New Year's there. But we supposed to be going on a cruise. So what the hell happened to Pepper Seed? Pernell, you decided to join us, or was you one of the people in the back? She ain't knocked out that fast. She was just talking. Now her phone could have died. That could have been a problem. Nothing much, Pernell. How are you? How long you been in the background? What you mad at? What you mad at? Who's mad with you? Are you mad? You know these chopped up little statements that you put out. I don't know what's going on. You back? What happened?
Yes, I'm back. Jesus had to just talk to somebody quickly.
I ain't even, you got off. I ain't even know what the fuck happened. I'm like, oh, this lab ain't gonna last long. Like
No
you
man, me I
ready?
come back, man. Me I come back.
Oh yeah, well, I was gonna give you a couple more minutes, and then it was gonna have to end. Like,
Me I come back. Me I come back, man. It's a quick commercial break. A real life one. Real life one. You know what I mean? Like a real human commercial break. Mm.
so you left out, and Purnell done, you know, came
Apparently, I
from
go
the
on with the
back.
afternoon.
He done came from the back. Talk about you knocked out.
Hmm? I mean, knocked out. I
Sleep, I
wouldn't
guess.
knock her out. Jeez, what's up?
Sleep.
Colonel.
I'm assuming because you know we can't tell with Purnell. You know, we just it's a toss up with Purnell. We got to ask him to
We don't know
clarify.
we don't know what kind of Pernell we are get tonight. Beat or who?
He already looked like he mad.
I
Who
can't
you
wait
mad
to
at
see.
for now?
Is there another side to Pernell? Like you know what I'm saying? The
I
nice
think there
caring
is.
side there. The
I
nice
think there
caring
is.
side there. That there are.
I don't know. We ain't gonna never find out, but I'm just saying. I think there is. I think there is. That's why he come over here. I think so. There's a
Pernell.
and reason inside of Purnell before besides him busting somebody's head open.
Mm-hmm. I doubt it.
I think so.
Yeah.
Will we ever see it? I don't know. I'm not. I can say that's probably a no, but I think there is. I'm gonna vote for that. Will we ever see it? I don't think so.
Right. When they Pernell want company cruise. When they want company cruise, we are planning cruise in December now. Eh? Vulture cruise, December. That's how we there.
Everybody needs to stay away from the edge. Those are the rules. the rules are ain't nobody allowed by the edge.
Can you imagine the amount of fun we're gonna have?
Oh, most definitely.
Oh my God,
Most
Therese.
definitely.
Therese, Therese, can you imagine when we sit down and start drink and chat fuckery?
Lord have mercy all
Lord
night.
Jesus, got the people them ship mash up.
Look, the people gonna want to come sit at our table, okay?
Right?
Who's
Right?
just gonna want to come sit at our table?
God, God, the ship no good again. Vulture, the vulture them pan what? No, 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 no. This a cruise you can you know good. You know understand because guess what? We good all enough and left in a country where we cruise go. Because if we cruise go somewhere, and when we go there, the vibes nice in a people them country, Remember, so we can stay, and just fly go home.
Right?
So we good all left the ship,
So make sure my shit get back to me. That's all I need you to do.
right? You don't know what I go on. You don't know what I go on, but the
Or
ship,
we calculate it to the point where we take our shit off the boat.
yeah, yeah. Because when we come off, we can carry with things like say we reach Cozumel, right? And we and
Right.
we la- and we la- and we say, what, fuck it, we just come off here, so I spend a couple days over here this blood clot, You understand what I say? Yeah, man. Enjoy two little different country and see.
Right.
You understand what I say? All depends. But we see what I go on now. But yes, Vulture cruises on Perna, they wanna go?
Treese, why you think the show could not go on? The show could go on, but I think right now I don't want people to know that I talk to myself and maybe answer myself sometimes. I
Right,
don't think you want to do that on the live. So
right.
that's what I'm saying. Because I'm the best person that can give the best advice. Okay. Therefore, we're going to keep that off of here. But
Bahamas. No, I mean, say the Bahamas, well, it could be, but we never have a really Mexico with a aim for Cozumel. Um,
we
why Bahamas?
coordinate that shit though.
The one
But we,
you see the video when me send you when me dey on the cruise at Bahamas, we go on that one day.
okay.
Yeah, so me no really want to go back to Bahamas. Right, me no want to go back. Me done go already. Me
That
have you
could be
tick.
cool. We could coordinate that though. But we can get an Airbnb wherever we at and book a flight to fly out from there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. Spend couple days over there, so
Right.
I see what I keep enjoy. I smoke some of them weed, so we can see
Right.
what fit. Right, see what fit them weed tastes like. You understand? We can know weed there
Definitely.
everywhere.
Definitely.
So so we have to find the
Everywhere.
weed. Right. So watch this now. We don't tick off Bahamas already, so me no need to go back there for me don't want to tick off somewhere else now. Yeah. So me not lean to the Bahamas one at all. But
I personally
Pernell,
don't
you should
care
come. Right? Right?
because my only vacation spot is Jamaica. And
So
that's the only place I've ever been. And that's
them
by
have
choice.
them have Jamaica one too, where it has stop at Jamaica and it has stop at
I know.
OT.
But see, the thing is, this is the reason other people said, "Oh, You could go to Jamaica, but the boat's gonna leave me. Like you can't get me on Jamaican soil and think that I have a time frame that I'm gonna be back on the boat.
Oh no,
5 minutes
listen.
before I'm supposed to be back on the boat, the party really gonna kick up and
First of all,
forget that I
the
need to
boat
be on the boat.
almost listen. How the boat almost left me for the Bahamas one, much less
I
Jamaica.
believe it.
If I
That's
Jamaica, you know me dead in the show. Come me there
dead.
somewhere
Then I
high,
said, me
high
too.
like a kite.
Me too. Me
And I'm up
too.
all kind of sitting now. Me nah make it back to the ship. Listen,
Me
me barely
too.
make it back to the ship for the Bahamas one. Barely. What me
That's
say? Barely. Like door almost a lock. Trees. Door almost a lock.
I told you about that boat I seen with that one tube and the second tube that was in the middle of the water. I said that's why the boat will leave me. 5-10 minutes before it's time for us to get on, the party kick up. Music get good.
Right?
Oh God. I'm there. I forgot that I'm on a boat.
First of all, if them ever bring piece of jerk pork, come give me. Shit is over. Me I enjoy my pork. Me don't know nothing where I keep and then me go get a nice spliff back of that liquor NSC for wash it down. Lord Jesus God. That the boat they have to left me. The boat have left me. The boat have left me. So me not think we do the Jamaica one. Cause me know we're gonna have to come out. Listen, when we come out for Ochi eat that, we not go back on the boat. You understand what I'm saying?
That's a
So
that's a plan too. That's possible. Now we can
yeah,
plan that too.
yeah, because
You know
them
what
have
I'm
the
saying?
listen when we go up on it and I look, there's different like all right, all the cruises in a December, there's different destinations and Jamaica one of them. There's one for Jamaica. Yeah, them stop at Ochi. But may I say if we take that one day, then we definitely are come off at Ochi. We not go back on the boat. We are fly from Jamaica.
Right.
Because there's no way may I make it back to the boat.
So that means that's the Airbnb in Ochi then, or
Yeah,
wherever. It's only even
right. That sound like Airbnb. That
Airbnb
sound like a few.
and
That sound
then
like a few more days. That
right.
sound like some partying. That sound like a lot of
Mhm.
things that keep right there. So me don't know. Me don't know if me not sure. You understand me? Yeah.
Book a flight going out, have all those,
Right.
arrangements.
So, but then at the same time, I want to go. Me actually want to go Cozumel. Me like what it look like. Me I say me want experience one new place. Me want smoke some new weed. Me want see what I want for feed them weed over there. You know what I say?
I think my
So
sister went. She had a good time.
yeah.
She had they
Which
stayed
this
at some little I
where
don't know.
did
I
she
know it
stay?
was Mexico, so I don't know which one. I have to ask her, but they had a nice Airbnb that was or hotel, whatever they stayed in was nice. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right, right. God, God. Me no know. Me know which part we want go trees, but we know say a December. I hit. I hit.
That's what I was telling you about that booking thing that I had. Uh, well, I got a 4 day. Well, all the packages is like 5 day, 4 night. I
Mm-hmm.
had got one, and you have like 18 months to use it, and it's not a timeshare like little thing. I got
Yeah.
one of those for like $99 for Atlanta, but it's right by where Piedmont Park is. So every August they have B reggae. So it's like a whole like that. I think it's a couple days. It's a whole weekend of nothing but reggae in the park. Like it started in a small little park, so
Mm-hmm.
now it's expanded to Piedmont. So when I saw that, I'm like, this is right across the street. This hotel is right across the street from the park. I ain't got to worry about, just walk over with my chair and, you know what I mean? But after you book that, they give you other offers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think I got, then I seen one for Vegas for 5 days, 4 nights for $179.
You
But
know that cheap
again,
even.
you still have you still have this 18 months to use it
Oh, it's so cheap.
because this is the
It is.
specials they have. No, I'm telling you, I got these two. I already paid for these two. I paid for I paid for Vegas and I paid for Atlanta. But what they have on there, like once you pay for one of those, they give you a special where you can have 5 different vacations, right?
Mm-hmm.
5 days, 4 nights, and they have Mexico and It has all the different places that they have their booking thing at. But the 5 different vacations for 5 days, 4 nights, they only wanted like 500 or something dollars for.
Oh yeah.
Yes. And when I say 5 different, and I think you have more than the 18 months to use these 5 different vacations. But you literally pick where you want to go and you call
Yeah.
them and say, okay, this is the days that I want to be there. And even if it is like a timeshare thing, I'm not buying no timeshare. So therefore, I'll sit down in your little class for an hour or so and listen to what you got to say and say no at the end.
Right. Is it one of them ones?
No, it's not. I know I'm
Oh.
saying even if it was, you know what I mean? Because I did have one in Vegas where I had to sit down for that little 2 hours and listen to them. But that's when I went there for the trade show too. But these aren't those. So now that I booked them two, they keep calling me trying to talk me into getting that little 5 day 4 night thing. But
So the ones that you have, what you say you have for the Vegas? How much is it?
it was 179. I already paid for it. I just have to pick a time when I want to use it. That's what
Oh,
you like the one for Atlanta. It was only $99, and it's like in this big ass one of this in the hotel that's downtown, right across from Piedmont Park. So there's like CNN, and then it's like the Coca-Cola places there. It's like one of these 5-star hotels, but it was only
oh,
$99 for 5 days, 4 nights. So that was my
my
purpose
God!
of getting that one. But then when they said Vegas, once again, I thought about going down there for the trade show. They
Right,
have a fashion trade show, and then they have
$99 cheapy man for 5 day 4 nights. Eh?
these fucking hotel rooms is like 100 and something dollars, close to $200 a night,
Right?
and I only paid $99 for it.
And you're getting 5 days and no man
Five
for
days
na-
for
for, hun- for $100.
I got it already. I'm telling you, I got it already. I already know how much them hotels are. Yeah. I jumped right on that. And you got 18 months to use it? Yeah.
You can't bring anybody in there.
Yeah, you can have up to 4 people in the room.
Mm?
Like say if I got they have like the pull out couch or whatever, queen size bed. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
so other people can go with you and go in the
Yes.
room with the
Yes.
money that you paid.
Yes. It's a
Wicked.
hotel. Yes.
Mm-hmm. God, God.
You can upgrade like the one I had in Vegas. I could, of course, they gonna tell you can upgrade and shit. So the one I had in Vegas, and I had this before the pandemic, so I couldn't use it. But once the pandemic had, subsided, they had called me about it, and I was able to upgrade it. Right. So the upgrade allowed me, like paying another extra $100 or something, was allowed me to bring 6 people, have 2 separate rooms that connect, with both of them having like a kitchenette and a laundry room. So I was only paying like maybe $215, I think, to be able to take 6 people and have 2 separate rooms.
Well, for $99 5 day 4 night does sound good. So,
You can't beat it
oh, you gonna beat that
at all.
$99 for 5 day.
But I said the same thing about the five different destinations for 500 and something dollars. There's no
Mm-hmm.
possible way that you could beat that. But you
Right.
can't get that offer until you buy one of these other ones. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it was like once I bought the Atlanta one, they was like, "Oh, we have this special for you," and they had so I think they have like 50 different locations all over the world that you can go to. It might be more than that. I don't know why I'm saying 50. It might be more than that, but you can actually pick where you want to go, and they have like 5 different 5 day 4 night locations. I know one of them was Mexico. That was like the first one that popped up, but I really didn't even look further into it because I knew I wasn't bad.
Them price they cheap, bad.
Cheap as hell. Why you think I be moving and shaking? Like
Right?
Why you think I be moving and shaking? They have shit like that out there. You just got to go ahead. You know what I'm saying? Buy that shit now. By the time you want to go, you got your plane fee, you're spending money. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And just call them and tell them what days you want and just get the fuck there and check in.
Right now, I have what you call it now? The travel certificate. I have the travel certificate from United, $450. I have to use it before December 31st, or my money gone. So I
Uh,
had so what happened is I bought 2 tickets to go New Jersey before in a Corona time, and them cancel the flight. Them.
right.
So what they did was give us travel certificates. So mine is expiring the 31st. So that $450, I need to fly on United to somewhere for my 450. Otherwise, my 450 gone trees.
So where you plan on going?
I mean, I don't know, I not care. I just know them not get the 450.
Right.
I don't care if I have to fly to New York and walk up and down in Manhattan. Listen, me not care which part me go as long as them not get the 450.
Right. That's
Yeah.
true.
You know
That's
me did
true.
it.
Definitely wouldn't get my 450.
I don't care if I have to just come off of the plane and walk up and down in a one town and just go back. Yeah. You're not getting this 450.
Right.
I'm a call them and ask them if them can give me the money and them say no.
See, that's
I
that
have to
bullshit.
I have to fly.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
flies is what I would do.
Yep.
Flies what the fuck I would.
December December 31st expire. It's
You
over.
gotta
The
think of something
450.
now. You gotta think of something now.
Right, fast. Them not getting 450, I can tell you that right now.
Right.
Under
Definitely
no
can get my
circumstances, no
450.
matter what. Hmm. I will fly to another state, come off of the plane, walk up and down, and then go back at the airport
Right.
just to make sure you don't get this money.
Make motherfucking
Hmm.
sure you don't get this 450.
Hmm. Mm-mm. No,
Because
450. It's too much money.
right. Shit, I'd have
And
been used, motherfucker.
right?
Been used it.
I didn't use it all this time. Cause first of all, Corona go on, me never want to go nowhere. And then Corona just done and it's like, all right, okay, fine. We still have some time. So I never in a rush, but now the time I go away because of December 31st. Like I can't believe it's almost that travel certificate was valid for 3 years and it's almost up.
See? That shit creep up on you. You had that last minute shit. Now you gotta hurry up and scurry for that last minute
Hmm.
just because you can't get this.
Hmm.
Just fucking because.
But
You
since you
couldn't
have
have
all,
transferred it, like gave it to your father to use.
oh
You
no,
could.
I can other people can I can let somebody else use it.
Well, why did
But
you have? Why did you let your father use it to go to Jamaica?
wait,
Or not 450 worth though.
no, because United, it has to be United. So
So you
United,
not gonna go to Jamaica?
I think so. Not from over here. I think when we were reading
Oh,
up front, it says something about I had to fly to somewhere. I don't remember what they must say for Tampa, and then some type of connection and all type of confusion. There's no flight from where me
right.
United from here, so no go Jamaica. So me not in a confusion. So me say, all right, Jamaica out because if Jamaica was a part of it, from me would already use it.
Right,
Because
right,
me would have gone down for all on weekend. I would
right,
just go for a weekend and come back just to use it. You understand me?
right,
So,
right.
so now I know it has to be somebody somewhere in America. Yeah, so some state in America may have to go. Hmm.
Oh,
Yeah, somewhere, some domestic. Me no know our care, but me know me I go somewhere. You
right,
understand? Me no know which part me there, but me just did it.
right.
Mm-hmm. It have to happen before the 31st. Cause I'm not get that money in real life. No. So I mean, there's some. Me never go so much state before. So I mean, me can just pick a state. Just pick a state.
Basically,
Pick a
basically.
pick a state where me never go. When me want to go, maybe this would be the perfect time to go to Roswell.
Mm, yeah, I ain't going to well, we ain't going to Roswell by no December. We ain't going to
Um.
Roswell by December. So
So we're doing. Is there any way we can go before December when we can use it?
no. Well, I wish you'd have said all that shit before I decided I was going to Boston. You didn't say that.
I wonder if it go bus. Maybe it go Boston too. Me have to go check and see if United go Boston from here. So.
All right. Well, I already bought my ticket
Yeah,
and rental car.
but yeah, the problem now, me no want to see the problem is that it's somebody where you go see. Me no want to see him.
Have to though, but who said you got to go? This
So
is
what me
for
I gonna
four
do?
days. This is for 4 days. That's only
So
one.
so what me I gonna do when you gone there?
Find something else to do.
If I,
You
do- I mean, if me have weed, me I gonna be alright. If me can
think
find
we
weed,
ain't gonna find the weed?
as long as me can find the weed, me think me good.
We gonna find the fucking weed. We definitely gonna find the weed. That's not a
Right?
problem. I
You
got
know me have to find the
weed
weed.
every time that I step off the motherfucking plane. I have to find the weed. So yeah,
Right?
have no
Right?
problem with finding the weed because all you gotta do is find out where the Jamaicans be at. What?
All right. So boy, me hope. But if Boston United, when this a happen, when did that Boston something here?
The 12th through the 16th.
October.
Yep.
12 to 16. So listen to this now. I wonder if Boston, if Unite, all right. So there's an airport close to which part me live, right? When me now have to drive go to the far airport, Fort Lauderdale airport, me have a close one. Say, see if there's like an airport where about 10 minutes from my house. All right, so that airport, me can fly from that airport upon United and go New Jersey, right? Because that's what the ticket they buy from this. So if we go New Jersey, me I hope say if Boston, if United fly from that near airport to Boston, oh my God, me think me that on that trip there, Yeah, man.
Well, check it
Yeah,
out.
man. Me could have live on that trip there because if we not fit go far, we can just go right. It's a 10 minutes and jump on the plane and just gone. I mean, not have to pay nothing because we don't have the ticket already. You understand what I'm saying to you?
Right.
Yeah. So a free is like a free trip. We not really free because my money they pay for it. So,
Right. Right.
but me not
Right.
even, but me not remember when me pay because so much years ago. Me not
Right.
remember the effects of paying it then. Me not remember that 450. Yeah. Me not remember how it did feel when me pay it.
Right. 3 years.
So
But
me feel like a free.
because
And then guess what?
basically,
Because I'm in jeopardy of losing it. So right now, me can't afford that. So me need to use it up. In real life, you
well,
know.
let me know because the only thing I got to do now is find a hotel. Like I have the
Boston,
ticket and I have the
but
car.
Boston, oh Boston sound dead up so.
You got to look and see what's going on. You know what I mean?
Boston sound dead up so cheese.
I don't know. It does sound dead, but they have attractions.
So
Right?
me don't know how Boston sound so it's so dead.
But my thing is, I'm gonna find me some reggae somewhere,
Oh
anywhere the
Jesus
fuck I
God,
go.
me don't know.
And
Me never know. Me never.
that's my biggest thing. It do
Listen,
sound dead. It
but
sound
wish
dead.
it. Boston just so dead.
Mhm.
You know.
That's the purpose of having a car and being able
Listen,
to travel somewhere where the fun is. Okay, this is one thing I have to drive. I can't even when I go to Georgia. Like I have friends that could come pick me up, but I'm like, I thought about that the last time I went. I was like, you know what? If I want to get up and go, I'm not going to be able to because then I don't
right?
have a car.
No, my, I forget a rental anywhere you go.
Yeah, I did. Yep, sure did. I was
Anywhere
like,
you there.
oh, never mind. It was a cute thought, but then I started thinking that I'm gonna really
Mm-mm.
be locked down. Like I'm gonna be in the room
Yeah.
all day
No,
waiting for
son.
somebody else. I was like, oh, I can't do that.
Can't deal with that. No, sir.
I
And
have
when me want move, me no want hear nothing.
to move. I
Me
have
no
to
want.
move.
Listen, me no want. Can't ready for go shop. Me want go because I have to be waiting on you when you're ready. No, 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 no. Uh-uh.
I did that one time when I went down to my girlfriend's and we was hanging out the one night, and she's at the point where she go out early and she leave early. I'm still the stay out all night person. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And because I didn't have a car, I had to leave. I felt some type of way. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and rent a car now.
Mhm.
Right? Like the next day. And that's
Mhm.
when I started using like that turbo where you could rent it from somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah, I rented the car the next day. Yeah. Rented me a car for the rest of the time I was there. I was like, I
Listen.
just gotta be able to move and you know what I'm saying? Wherever I want to go. And I might not even want to go nowhere. But just the simple fact that I know I can. The car might
Listen.
sit there.
Yes, me want the option. Me
But
want the option. Me
it's
know.
not the side.
Listen. Listen to me, trees. I when me go Jamaica for me little 2 day them and me little 3 day them. Me forget my rental because guess what? Me can't bother fear. Listen, me no want a fear ask
Somebody
nobody
expect
and a fear
somebody.
and I go on this and that and confusion and no 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 no. When me want lift up, me want lift up. Yeah? If me there somewhere I me no feel like me want there no more, me want can just lift up. Me no want fear
Find
say,
somewhere
Lord,
else.
trees
Yeah.
me ready and trees I say, no, me not ready yet. Wait.
That's what I don't like. That's what I don't
Me not
like.
ready yet, me gone. So
Right?
me can't function so. You understand me? Me have to have my vehicle, me no in it.
And then I'm the person that want to stay, and the other person want to go.
And
I
the good
learned
thing
that
is,
shit long ago. I went out with somebody that had a car, and I mean, this is when I was just getting into reggae, and we went to this club. And actually, my first concert I went to was Super Cat. He was in town, and when we went to this club, we actually met the guy that was like his opening act there. And I mean, so I'm newly into this, so I'm enjoying myself. You know what I mean? And the
mm,
person that drove us there, she wasn't having as good a time as me. You know,
right?
when it seemed like I was having
Yeah.
too much fun,
Yeah,
she
ready
was
to
ready
come
to
broke.
go.
To come
I
for
was
broke vibes
so
now. I'm afraid of them
when I
people, they will
say
love broke
broke my
people vibes.
vibe, that was the last time. That was the first and the last time. That was the first and the last time. No, thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah, but
Let me
with
get
them
my
broke
own
vibes
way.
people, yeah.
Mm-mm.
Especially when party I get sweet and them time they want to come talk about them ready. Hey, go
Because
from there.
you ain't having a good time, and you
Yeah.
mad that I'm having
Yeah,
a
but
good time.
why you not have a good time? Because you're lame. You're lame in a real life. You need to just stay home and read Bible or something. You know understand me? You're lame. Why you that this and not have a good
But
time? What could
some
have
women
caused
is
it?
if they're not getting attention and you getting attention, they gonna cut that all the way the fuck out.
Yeah, but why you need
They gonna
attention? Look how
cut
much other
all.
things there
I
for
mean,
do.
even with a conversation, or nobody's looking on you or
Yeah, but
nothing.
yeah, but
Yeah, you feel some
you
type
know
of
hear the
way.
music. You know hear the music. I play your music if you listen.
No, no.
Enjoy. And
You
let me
don't
tell you something,
have to
Trees. You
do
see,
that.
that's why me love how me stay because guess what? It's when me go somewhere where music I play and look at the trees.
Right.
All right, them they beat out the
Party,
listen. You see them something
party.
listen, them something they beat out the conversation and them something they beat out all the man where me I go try look or him a look me.
Right.
Them something they beat that like that's like third. So you're not, that's not first. It's first the music and the music, weed
I don't even
and
want you
liquor.
conversating to me when the
Right?
music is playing. Like
Right?
we don't have nothing to talk about when the music is on. You
No
know what I'm
more.
saying?
Right. I
We
bet
don't
you
have
some.
anything to talk about.
Hey, listen, if you want to dance for me, dance for me. But me not talking. You understand what I'm saying to you?
Right.
Me don't want no
Mhm.
talking. Me want to listen music. I want to drink. I want to smoke ganja. And
Right.
that me a defend. Me not go say, oh, me want
Uh,
to leave because me not get no attention.
mhm.
Which part the me a wait for the weed man to come. That me a do. How the weed man me a look for in a party. You know understand?
Coming to a party and I find me a perfect spot. I scope out the place.
Mm-hmm.
Something that's gonna be my perfect little area.
Right?
You know, I look like
Relax.
a whole bunch of people ain't gonna be around. You know, I got my own little spot. I got my space if I want to get up and dance. It's right there. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? I ain't got to move around too much, and I can see everything. I can
Right?
see the whole entire room from that
Entrance and
one spot.
entrance and exit
Yes,
in view.
everything and everybody.
Just in case we have to lift up, you know what I mean?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
We have to map out to all we need to lift up quick.
And that is my spot, and that's where I'll be all night. And if I keep going to that place, that will be my regular spot right there, my perfect spot. But yeah, I don't do all that conversating. Like like me and my friend, when I go to Atlanta, she jump up on the dance floor and she moving around, and when it's my time, when the music hit me, I'm gonna get up and dance. We conversate and talk. We talk when the fuck we at our place. That's all
Right?
the conversation we gonna have. We already know how it's gonna go when we get to the club. Now at the
Right?
beginning of the night, we conversate, we kiki, we laugh. But when the music and liquor hit, oh no. No,
Different
no,
ball
no,
game. Different ball game.
no.
Yeah, for
We'll have
real.
some conversation where we gotta go out and smoke. We chop it
Mm-hmm.
up that way, and then we go back
Mm-hmm.
and we start all over again. But
Yep.
all that conversating in the
That's what I
building,
say. Me no know all them woman ya. You there at the party and the party vibes up, and you just so you're ready to leave because wow,
because they
kind
came
of
there
fool,
to find somebody. They came there to be looked on. That's what the outside is.
fool like what?
Or sit in the corner, you're not enjoying yourself. I'm not staying nowhere I'm not enjoying myself. I don't give a fuck who I'm with. Like this is not I'm not feeling it.
Right?
I'm gonna have to go. You know what I'm saying? Enjoy yourself. I'm not fucking up nobody else's vibe. Sitting
Yeah,
there
but
pouting and shit and upset and mad.
yeah,
No,
but
I'm me.
them are gonna fuck up your vibes. No, them gonna fuck up your vibes because them are gonna say you see two of them are the ride, and them are the ride. You know, and enough of them cases that them are the ride. You know,
That's
you
why I have
know.
my own shit. Mm-mm.
Right,
I
right.
meet
So two
you
them are
there.
the ride. No, that me can't take them fuck with this.
I meet you
And it's
there.
them something they can't them the something they can't reach me again, thankfully in my life right now. Three scam I put myself in a
Meet
position
you
to
there.
make sure say it cannot happen to me. If it a happen me in a the position to take myself out tight. Because me can't say go on the shot here go cause me have money for my taxi or whatever, even if me not have my vehicle. Like me have money can pay for me car for carry me home. So
Right.
bye. See you next time. You understand what I say? Yeah.
I look into all that shit. The only place I won't buy a fucking car, rent a car, is when I go to the islands. Because I'm not driving. That's the only place I'm not driving. Any other city that I'm going to, I will have a car. We went to Vegas. I did Turbo too, and I rented a car from a guy. He actually came and picked me up at the airport. His wife dropped me off at the airport. Yup, I had that car the whole time we was down there. And the best part about that, my girlfriend's son's had and wife had like that timeshare thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I had my however many days, and I think it might have been 4 days, 3 nights, and we stayed there, and then we piggybacked off of that, and then we left there and went to the one that we rented for her from her.
Oh,
So we had like 7 days there or some shit.
oh,
Yeah,
wow.
I be working shit out like that. Let me tell you, I work shit out like that. Just be
Mm-mm.
comfortable, and I'm going to be somewhere.
Right? I mean,
That's when I went to Reggae on the River, all the way in Gaberville, California.
mm-hmm.
Gaberville, California. Way, 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 way up in the mountains. Like 4 hours away from the airport. Yep. Made that trip. I was
Right?
like, I'm doing it. Got me a flight, got me a motherfucking car, rented me a hotel. Was like, yep, I'm out. Gotta go.
Mm-hmm. I feel like a trouble when when we link up, you know. I know how I feel about it. I feel like a trouble. Trouble there. Mm-hmm. Whole heap of trouble. Too much trouble. Listen, never feeling so we're gonna be the people that were after say what happens in Vegas
Stays
stays
in
in
Vegas.
Vegas. Yeah, but feel like we are that kind of people that like we trick them cannot be discussed. We
Look,
we can't
that's
we
like
can't
the
make
part.
nobody
This
know
is
so we did go.
the type of partying motherfuckers want to come over and see what y'all doing. Like, what is y'all doing over here? Because y'all seem like y'all having so much fun. You know
Right?
what I'm saying? That's the type of shit. That's the type of shit. Just
I tell you,
understand I'm enjoying myself and I'm living my
right,
best fucking life.
right,
Okay?
right.
Understand?
Yeah, but usually when you feel so and you're with somebody who feels so too, yeah, be
All
things are
night.
going right there. So just
That's
a
all
lot of
night.
problems.
Motherfucking vibe.
Trouble, trouble day,
That's a whole vibe.
trouble. I tell you,
My
what's like how
girlfriend in Atlanta,
what's
we
like
went
if we
to
in a city where nobody don't know we Lord Jesus God. No. Trouble day.
that's a wrap.
Nobody remember nobody don't know we and them not
Every
see we
city is
them
Vegas.
not see we back. Them not see we back. Them not
Every
see we back.
city is Vegas.
Them not see we back. So you understand me? Me never go see you again after this. So Yeah.
Anyway,
Worst kind of worst kind of situation this though.
so when I was on my traveling spree in like 2018, I said, you know what? I want to find out where all my favorite reggae artists going to be at, and if I can make it there, I'm gonna go. You know what I mean? So I made it. I had a trip where I went to 9 Mile in Miami and stayed down there. Who was there? Oh, because Sizzler was there, Capleton,
Oh
uh,
shit.
Sizzler,
Them,
Capleton,
them names they
Shabba
alone.
Ranks,
Oh God. Them
Shabba.
names they alone make you know say affiliate.
Yes, them three. That was a must. Like when I saw them three, I instantly bought the ticket. Okay, instantly. I didn't even care who else was going to be there. Like after said them three, I instantly bought the ticket. Barrington Levy was supposed to be there. He wasn't there. Spice was there. And I think there was a couple other people. So I bought the ticket. Of course, I rented rented the hotel, got me a car, went down there, had like the time of my life.
Mhm.
Right. So the guy that was the that got on there was saying he was talking about, oh, Sunday they have like this spot, you know what I mean? And I heard it, but I really didn't hear it. But after the concert, like I was there, this concert when I got there at 1 o'clock, I think in the afternoon, and didn't leave till almost like 1 o'clock at night or some shit. Oh, and Nas was there. Nas was the last act. Okay, so after that, then here comes Sunday. I'm there Sunday. I'm like, damn, I ain't got nothing to do. Then that reminded me of the guy that was saying this place. So I looked it up. I said, well, let me go there. They're gonna be playing reggae, so of course I'm gonna be there. And it was daylight savings time. So the time got pushed back an hour. So I walk into this place. It was nice and cute, but when you got inside of it, it was like a fucking. It seemed like it was a building. When you walked inside, it's like an empty building that had food trucks around, and they had a little stage where they had a live band. Then they had tables around, so you could like I was tasting different foods and shit. The bar was in the center, and the band was good. They had kids around. I said, okay, so this is cute. Baby, when the sun went down and the DJ
Mm-mm.
came on, Lord have
Mm-mm.
mercy. And it was daylight saving time, so it pushed the time back an hour. I had a fucking ball. You hear me? I had a fucking ball. That was the topper to my fucking weekend at 9 Mile. I mean, we was on the dance floor, the liquor was flowing. You could have swore I knew these people all my life. You know what I'm saying? We partied like a fucking rock star. But I tell you, that DJ was so good. He was so good. And I
Hey,
definitely couldn't
when the
replace
DJ good in and him a play the tune them
he
the
was
right way, no
so
man. It
fucking
over,
good.
no man.
They had to start turning on the lights. I'm like, is it over? Is it for real over? Because I do got to go home tomorrow. But I had a fucking ball. I said, see that, and then my girlfriend's birthday's in August, so we went to Sizzler in Oakland, California. So we do the same thing. We fly in and got this hotel. So instantly, my thought is, okay, first Jamaican I see, you gotta get some weed, right? So
Right?
this Jamaican come out, and
Gotta
I'm
get
like,
the
okay,
weed.
gotta get the weed. And then I'm not knowing about the time difference and all that shit. So I'm like, okay, so once we check in, we can go to the liquor store, whatever. All that shit's closed, right? So I'm like, damn. But I'm like, okay, so we see this Jamaican, he speak. I said, okay. He had actually stopped us because where I parked at, he was like, you want to move your car because tomorrow they have street cleaning, you'll get a ticket. Boom. Soon as I heard his accent, I was like, I'm gonna check in and you asked him for the weed, right? So we checked in. He was like, oh yeah, sure, came up, gave us some weed. I'm like, damn, so where's the liquor store? You know what I mean? He was like, oh, they closed. I'm like, damn, we ain't even got nothing to drink. He go down and bring us a bottle of Ciroc, brand new bottle of Ciroc, right?
Mm-mm.
Then I'm like, damn, we ain't got nothing to mix
Damn.
with it. He go down and give us some juice. I said, I like him. Like
Right?
right now, you are my fucking friend, okay?
Right?
When I tell you we ain't have to pay for shit, so I had got a the VIP package, so I had two extra tickets, right? It was four tickets. I said, so it's just me and my girlfriend down here going to go see Sizzler. If you want to come to, the concert, he was like, oh no, no, I'm gonna go to the one tomorrow. I mean Sunday. I said, what's Sunday? He was like,
Right?
oh, he's gonna be at I think it's called Level 13. I was like, who's gonna be there? He was like, oh, Sizzler. I said, wait a minute. Wait a minute. You saying he gonna be here for 2 days? He was like, oh yeah. I said, me and my girlfriend was sitting in the restaurant one day and she was looking at me and I'm looking at her. She was like, you wanna stay? I was like, I wanna stay. I wanna stay. I wanna stay. So we thought about it. I said, you know what? I'm changing these flights. I changed the flights. We go to the VIP one. We go to his concert, which I absolutely, I paid too much money to be way up in the balcony that was VIP when people on the floor was having a better time than me. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? I mean, I was far away.
Yo,
I was
me
so
hear that
fucking
shit
mad.
bad.
This is not VIP. When on the floor in front of the stage is where I should have been at. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? So, um, we left there, and the next day the guy had came and took my girlfriend didn't feel good. She had her back was hurting her and shit, so she didn't come to the one at level 13. So dude that took me to the level 13, he kept saying that he was like related to Sizzler, and you know how people say that they know somebody. So I'm like,
Yeah.
that's cute. All right, if you say so. I just want to get there. You understand what I'm saying? Just take me there.
What,
If y'all was,
whatever story you want to tell me along the way.
however, however you want to spend that shit, I'm okay with that. Okay? So
Any stupid tell
I
me.
was like, oh, that's
But,
nice.
right?
He got the whole story on how, the property he on and it was
Yeah.
grandfather's. I'm like, oh, that's cute. All
Yeah,
right.
no problem. No problem.
We get in there and he's like, he telling me his story or whatever. Um, who was it? Marlon Asher was there first. So he introduced me to Marlon Asher. That's where one of my pictures come from. We talking and shit and taking pictures. And then Sizzler come in. I'm like, oh my God, because he's one of my favorites. So, now I feel like a groupie, right? You know, he looked at this guy, and when he seen the guy, the type of greeting that they gave each other, I said, this motherfucker really do know him. Right? So,
Right?
I mean, the way Sizzler's face lit up when he saw him and they
Right.
hugged up and chatted, I was like, oh my God, he really do know him.
Right.
I said, all right. So he brought him over and introduced to me, and that's where the pictures come from and shit. So this little place was so small. It was a nice sized place, but there wasn't that many people in there. I mean, I could say that there was less than 30 people in this whole entire building at that time that Sizzler came in. So, and it was all the artists like Marlon Asher got on and did there was a stage. He got on. Sizzler's son got on. I think there was somebody else that got on stage and then Sizzler got on. He put on the same fucking type of concert that he did with these hundreds of people at the place that I paid all this money for.
Hmm.
That he did at this place that I paid $30 to get in.
Right.
Same fucking concert. Same concert. And I'm right in the front with my phone right in his face. Right?
Mm,
This was the topper to it. But it's crazy because the guy that I met there, he's still my friend.
oh, that's
He's still
good.
my friend. He was, and then when he started telling me, he's like, oh, I'm from August Town. And, I'm like, oh, yeah, he hyping this shit up. You know what I mean? Oh, I love you. I'm like, oh, that's cute. All right. No, you really is from August Town. God damn it. Like, I believe shit you was saying.
Me just want to reach. Me don't know where I
That's
want to
it.
reach.
I'm gonna put on whatever show we need to put on. I'm very interested in this conversation. Yes,
Right.
I believe you. Yes. Oh my God, that's so nice.
Right.
Wow. I'm doing all that. I'm with it all. A
Me just
very good
want to
actress.
reach. Me just
Yes.
want to reach.
Very, very good actress. I'm very interested. Back in my mind, like, yeah, okay. All right. Yeah, okay. All right. As long as you get me there. This is where you're gonna be at. Yes, yes. Man, when I tell you Sizzler came in and he like scoped the place out, and when he seen him, it was like I said, these motherfuckers do know each other. So this whole
Right.
night, I believe shit that he said. Not a fucking word that he said. I ain't believe none of it. I said, Lord have mercy. They do know each other.
Right.
Yeah, but I had a time. I had a time. I was like, this shit, I did better coming here than I did at the fucking other where I paid for VIP. But it
Right.
was worth it though. Paying for that VIP, them 2 days, yeah, it was worth it. Definitely worth it.
That's a why. What that's for you? Why them affair do that though? The
Huh?
price, like the price. You see, so the next time now you know, so you have to look out for them little local one there, you know. The little
But
$30 one.
listen, this is my first time. I never knew that even exists. Like I'm thinking that they do these concerts and they go ahead on their way and do other concerts.
Yeah.
Never even knew of anything like that. So when he was saying, "Oh no, I'm not going to go to that one. I'll just see him Sunday." I'm like, "What the fuck is going on Sunday?" Never even heard about a Sunday. You know what I'm saying? Because I'd have been at
Right.
that too. Like I would have definitely booked that too. You know, he's like, "Oh no, he gonna be at level 13." You know, here he goes there. Like when he performs in Oakland, California, that wasn't his first time being there. You know what I'm saying? Once I looked it up, he had been there before. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But girl, when I say a time was had, a time was motherfucking had. It made up for that concert though. Even though the concert was amazing, because he was amazing, but I was too far away. But that level 13 made up for that motherfucking concert. So there was a girl standing next to me and she had her phone out and like I'm in the center of the stage, unmovable. Like you can't move me from this spot. So, he worked the stage or whatever, and there was a woman standing next to me, like she moving her phone, and so when he go to one side of the stage, she like bring her arm over to move her phone. I guess she thought I was gonna move down because she came over. Do you understand that we will fight in this motherfucker about this spot? I'm not moving from this spot. Like I did not. I'm fucking unmovable
They
from
say
this
you're
spot.
glued to the spot.
Can't move me. And please don't keep putting your arm over me. 'Cause we have an issue there. Like he got off the stage and then the son got on the stage and then like I was going back to go sit down, you know what I mean? Why he jumped back up on the stage? I jumped my ass right back up, went right back to my spot. I'm unmovable from this spot. Right here.
So listen
Girl.
to listen to the question now. Out of all of them places here where you go and watch all these different acts, right? All
Hmm.
these reggae and dancehall and all these people. Out of everywhere, if you had to tell me which one was the best one for you so far, best performer, it's the whole vibe. Like which one of the trips them you'd like it to and which artist that?
Capleton.
Yeah?
He lit the fucking stage on fire. Like between him
Mm-mm.
and Sizzler, even though Sizzler is like my
Fireman.
friend in my top, you know what I'm saying? I have a special place for Sizzler, you know what I mean? But
Mm-hmm.
the performance of a lifetime for me was Capleton in Atlanta. When I tell you he lit
Mm-mm.
the fucking stage on fire, he lit the stage on fire. Like it was just I was
Remember
amazed.
say remember say the fireman,
That's what he did. He did that.
The
If
fireman,
you look at
Him them
if
call
you
the
look at the
fireman
pictures that
so
I took with him, the pictures I took with him, the first ones was like backstage, and the last one was after he was done. And just I mean, when I tell you soaking wet, you could even if you could really look at it, you could tell his outfit was two different colors. Cause
hey
the second
when
one
them
he was soaking fucking wet.
right? Wait, when keep me see keep was in action before, like me used to go out of the show them at Jamaica where I keep champion in action fully whatever any show where they keep, right? So
Mm-hmm.
me used to go and show them and Cape Town used to listen, them days then man, me I talk about Cape Town the pan farming man. Hey, when I time me see the man
Couldn't
jump
even
in a
imagine.
trees. The
I couldn't
man
even
jump,
imagine.
not even people them would do, away people them name, and not even the people them would do, you sit where they jump over one bar.
Right,
Where you
right,
call them, that the
right,
sport. Not even them not jump either. Hey, the man jumping, I mean, know the man go, yes, up in the sky, the man going,
right.
and some big jump, the man I'm making, I say, what to the man? The man just with a big jump and just way up in the sky. I mean, I say, yo, no, sir. Yo, the man full of energy on the
That's
stage.
how he was. That's how
Him
he the
full
fuck
of
was,
energy.
man. He was so motherfucking good after he came. Who was it? Damn, Chronics and somebody else I think came. So I think I went to Chronics and they came late and it was, I mean, it was just a whole bunch of shit where I didn't even really stay. You know what I'm saying? And then I had to look back on that performance that Capleton did. I'm like, I'm not even interested in the younger performers right now. I don't even want to go see nobody young right now. The way he lit up that stage and he gave everything, he left nothing there. When he was
I
done,
believe
he
you.
was thoroughly satisfied. Fucking fat. He was
I
satisfied.
fireman. I fireman.
Mhm. He was just in Atlanta in June, and I don't know what I was doing that couldn't make me go, but I think I seen it too late. But you know, my mind was like, I really want to go. I really, 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 really want to go. I really want to go, but I couldn't
Fire,
go. But I'm like,
fireman. Yeah, top bow master. So you already know for
now
the
the
place.
next person that did the okay, so my top three with the energy is Anthony B.
I love Anthony B.
Seeing
Bad boy,
him
you know.
in New York,
I
yeah,
love Anthony B.
he's
Bad
on
boy.
that
Nobody
music.
want to play the card.
Yes, yes,
Everybody want to read the
yes.
band. Who them
So
a go blame it on? Say you.
so
Anthony B.
he does every Friday he has a positive vibe Friday that he does on Instagram where he plays all his music. So he was basically playing like all his bread and butter, his new album. He was playing that, then he would play some of his old music. So when I started listening to it, when I tell you he was giving whole concerts before he started going on concerts, he was on this motherfucker for like 8 hours. Okay? When I say seriously on IG for 8 fucking hours, like I would literally be partying this whole time, fall asleep, wake up, he's still playing. Right? So then he starts. So that's what made me want to go to the concert. And at first, he was going to be in California, and I was looking at tickets and all that shit. I was like, wait a minute. But then he was going to be in New York. I'm like, shit, I could fucking drive to New York. You know what I'm saying? Versus flying all the way to California because my first stop was California. Then I said, oh no, 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 I'm gonna go hit to New York. Yeah, he left everything on the stage. He most definitely left everything on that stage. Him and Perfect Gideon Morning, he started it off. He was amazing. He started that fire off. He started that fucking fire off. Then Turbulence and um, Pressure Bust Pipes, they were all amazing. Like they, then Anthony B. He just ended that whole motherfucker with everything. Then what I loved about him, like at the end of his concert, there were like local artists that were there and he gave them a spotlight. You know what I'm saying? He let them come on and do their thing for a minute at the end.
Mm, right.
You
I'm
talk
not
about
surprised.
jam pack.
I'm
That
not
motherfucker.
surprised about them two name them. I'm not surprised about Capleton and Anthony B. None at all.
Yeah, they didn't.
Watch them when they perform in a real life already and them bad.
Anthony, but look, they praised that concert so much that they already put the tickets on sale for next year for his
Mm,
next concert for next year in New York. So I did already buy that ticket. Right. I already got that. Just in case, God willing, I want to be on that list of people that's there. But that was an amazing, amazing concert. It was definitely worth it. And then once I got there, it was Friday. As a matter of fact, I got there on Friday. So he was having his Friday night vibes. And I was like, I was asking my girlfriend, was there a place that I could go out on Friday around there? And she had told me a couple spots. But when I realized he was doing his little Friday live thing, shit, I went and got me some food, went and got me something to drink. I went to my hotel room and was watching him on IG. You know what I mean? And that's when he was like, they had a meet and greet. I was like, meet and greet? I ain't know nothing about that. Yep, I'm gonna be there. Yep, be there tomorrow. Be right there tomorrow. And the place was with VP Records. It was right around the corner from where I was staying anyway. It was less than like 10 minutes away from where I was staying. Yep, I was right there. Moved all the way up in the line. Need my picture. Look, I done mosey my way. I'm good for working my way up to the front, right? So I done moved around and worked my way up to the front because they was doing like interviews and shit. So I'm gonna be right here when he come out the back, right? I keep turning and turning around. So here his ass is by the door. I was like, oh, excuse me. I need to work my way back to the door. Let me work my way back to the door because I'm definitely. I gotta let you know that I'm the one that said I drove 7 hours to be here. I just need one picture, and I'm great. I'm good. But that's my biggest thing. Like when I go see somebody, and if I'm able to get like the VIP or all I want is a picture. Give me a picture so I can add to my little catalog. You know, I'm great. I
Right.
feel and a good performance. I was going through some shit. My first Born Jamaican came here, and it was on one of my birthdays, and it was the first reggae club I ever been to. I found a picture with me and them after the concert. They took a picture with me. I was like, oh, this was so many years ago. But that was between I think that was my second reggae concert was Born Jamaican. So Super Cat was my first and Born Jamaican was my second. And Buju Banton came here. So I seen him. So it was
Everybody, yeah, go on, good enough. The man, yeah,
look,
go on, good.
I was deep
Follow up the
into
music.
girl. When I first started, you talk about deep into this shit. I was deep, 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 deep. Like I knew the DJ that I followed, wherever he was at, I was right there with him. And when I say every Friday, even through school, even through nursing school, I went to school full time. I raised my kids. I worked part time, and every fucking Friday, I went to my reggae spot. Every Friday,
Yes.
that was my release. Like it, I was able to release everything I went through the whole entire week. I left that shit on the floor. Left it on the floor. I was good. I was ready to do this shit all over again on Monday. Like literally, I can contribute to that to me graduating because that shit
Right.
I can literally contribute that to me graduating.
Well, me no know if there's an artist right now when we're really interested for see. I think the only, let me see, if I, maybe Cartel, that's it. Yeah,
Who?
Cartel.
Cartel.
Cartel, no, yeah, man, me pay $1,000 right now for see Cartel perform. Right now, cash.
I should have been at Buju's concert because I'd already said when he went to jail, when you come home, I'm going to be at this concert. And it just so happened that I didn't know he was getting out, but I was leaving Georgia at the same time and moving back home. Because if I knew he was coming home, I'd have stayed in Georgia for a good another month just so I could be at that concert when he got out. Because I planned that the whole entire time he was in there. When he get out, I'm gonna be at this concert. When he get out, I'm gonna be at this concert.
Mhm. Well, that's how I feel about the Cartel right now. If him come out right now and him put on a show and say $1,000 right now,
It's gonna be
me,
more than $1,000,
yo, me ready.
right?
Me
Right?
ready. Me ready. Me don't know why I'm me ready. Mm.
Definitely.
But
You know, it's different for
mm,
me than you because you're Jamaican. You know, all this shit excites me. You grew up with it. You know
right,
what I'm saying? So there's always that big difference.
I understand.
Like I've always said, the only cruise that I would go on was the Love and Harmony cruise, just because it was a Jamaican cruise. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I
I know
still
you.
ain't built up the courage for that.
Now you're finding yourself going to Cozumel on the Vulture cruise.
I'll still, yep, I'll go, but I'm
Mm.
still gonna go on a Love and Harmony cruise. I still got to make that one time for the one time. I definitely got to do that.
You finally come from out around and back. Wrap up in my bed now, cozy, cozy, with my blanket, just feel so relaxed.
Right, right,
You know that feeling then, I relax.
right.
You just feel so cozy and relaxed and snug. Snug bug.
My mother had
Snug.
this blanket that was so. This my well, I did take it, so I'm just gonna say that. My mother had this motherfucking blanket on her bed that was so fucking comfortable. When I tell you, when you wrap up in this motherfucker, it's just like you're safe, you're warm. The sleep is gonna be so good. I had to tell my mom when I when I moved into my apartment. I said, I'm gonna have to take this, right? I just want to let you know that I'm gonna need this. You know what I'm saying? I literally need this. This motherfucker's heavy too. Yeah. So I know that warmth you talking about. I definitely know that.
Good. Whatever, master. Relax. Hey, you know what I'm wake up this morning? When we come off of the live, there, right? Remember,
Uh,
say, oh, me only have how long me did have leave? What me did say? I came off like 6:30, and I forget to get up back 7:30, right?
mm,
Me set three different alarms for wake me up. Me I say, through this time so small, me know so when you go in on the right sleep, them time that you win away. So
you can hear shit.
trees, it's when me eye open, and me take up the phone and press, me get this shock of my life. 8:22.
What?
8:22 trees. And me have to carry the picnic go to school. Me have to left the house by 9. Me have to left the house by 9. So 8:22, now work out cause this me have to get food ready for you eat. Me have to go get, you understand what I say to you? It's just too much things I keep right there. So what me I tell you, me don't know how that happened to me. Me don't hear none of the alarm them trees.
You was in that sleep.
Trees,
You
listen
was
to
in
me.
that sleep.
Trees me normally hear the alarm them. Me say me don't hear no at all. No alarm. Me not hear none of the tree alarm. Me say,
None.
me wake up, Jesus, me lift up the phone and me look. Me see 8:22, me say the fastest me ever come out of one bed. Me say, listen to me now, no man. Then me all a cuss myself too at the same time. They come here and say, no, 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 no. That life you are turn your worthless. No, that,
Right.
but, guess what happened? The good thing, because guess what happened? Though? Me realize that, all right, when you feel that way, but the life really not turn me worthless because guess what happened? We never late. We never
Right.
late. Trees me don't know how we pull it off, but we pull it off. Me leave here like I want to say 3 minutes after 9, right? So we kind of like a bit behind schedule, but we reach our school with like 5 minutes to spare.
Hmm. When
So
you gotta move, you move. When you gotta move, you move.
me say I first me say listen to me man. Me say when me wake up, trees and me press the phone, I say 8:22. Me float out of the bed,
Right.
I know me put them to touching. Me just float go to the bathroom and float go to the kitchen and just a float. Me say you will be frightened. When you see 8:22, Jesus God. I said, no, 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 no. This life you told you what list. No. You have to stop that something you know. You have to stop that something. The life I told you what list. You have to stop it. You have to stop
I know all that rushing you was doing all that shit when I was packing. Remember, I was packing,
right?
doing all that rushing, trying to get to the airport. I was a fucking hour early.
Mister,
I,
listen
I
to
was
me.
sweating and shit. I was like, oh, I'm definitely gonna be late. I'm gonna
Mister,
be late.
float. Me have to float up to the bed.
And
Because me can't believe me not hear one of the alarm them. How that? And three different alarm set. No, sir. I don't hear one sound. I know me not hear an alarm go off. Me see the alarm part must not work. Because me, the alarm not work. Could I never work? Because me not hear nothing.
Yeah, that should work. That sleep you was in, sleeping like a baby in the womb, like.
Yo, listen to me now. Listen to me now. Me not ear. Listen, no sound. Me not ear. What me say? Silent like a library.
Told you, sleeping like a baby.
No hear nothing. Me can't believe. Me some people me frightened. And then my son still asleep. Then tell the twin him even did wake up for wait. For say, come wait me. I say, look, I want to keep.
He
You
don't care.
understand?
Look, he thought it was a free day.
Yo, it's when me go around there. It's when me go around a few move and push. Listen, when we push the door and look on him, I man wrap up, see with them deep and sleep, looking very comfortable and cozy and snug. Wrap up and fan a blower. It was just listen. The whole ambience was just nothing but peaceful and just amazing, man. Eh? I when me awake him and I say, Kima, get up. You know, sister 8:22. Eh? You know, sister time gone, let's wait. We're gonna late. Eh?
Yeah.
When him look on the phone, when him look on the iPad and I say, why you just waking me up now? And me I say because me just wake. Little more say not even go to school because I go to all awake at 9:30 or so. Cause any me they wait 9:30 when school start. Me nah we nah bother going even though you can go late, you know. You know most thing wanna go. So that's why
Mhm.
him glad for me now wake him now because I hope just a
Right.
little him I hope say you know something can keep one of them there. Him not have to go to school. Yeah. Although me now make him go school not this Monday but the following Monday. Me now make him go school because I'm birthday. So Lord God trees my son is turning into a teenager. He's gonna be 13,
That shit is serious.
right? And me now make him go school because him want school. So I always make him school if his birthday falls during the week. We make him school like it's like another one of your birthday gifts. You know, you get to not be in school. You get to just do whatever you want to do. You understand what I'm saying? Just
Sleeping
yeah,
first and foremost.
sleeping. Even when was it yesterday? Me I tell you, in teacher say when I'm teacher say I don't know if he's gonna be coming on that day because I'm birthday. And she's like, oh no, he should still come. He's gonna be birthday, blah blah blah. Me I look like no,
Right?
we're not doing that.
What you would do.
No, no. It's not gonna happen. Like because she white, you know, and well most of them they're white. Teacher them pity everybody mostly white. So it's like 85% of the school are white them are deal with. So, you know, them very you know, them way like, oh we could show the class can sing. They was so
Yeah, all that
no.
freedom of speech. Yeah. You don't want
But
to hear that shit.
excuse me, miss, I'm not interested in not the way I go with
Not a fucking
want
thing.
go. Listen, him no want go. That's all him want know. We tell him say, look, as long as there's no test on the day there, like there's no big test no fall on the day there, then yes, they can stay home. But if it's a big test I go on, no. You're gonna have to be there. You know. Then the teacher tell me say, oh, they changed up a few of the things now where them are like, you have to, if one day, how much day? If 2 days go by, you have to go a doctor and get doctor sitting for sure while they pick you out of school. Like, you know what I say?
Hmm.
Yeah, like them a do it away, you know, like you can't just have a cold and stay home.
Right.
No. Come like the doctor they must say want more money or something, them come cook up with this a story, you know. You understand me?
That been going on in this motherfucker. People keeping their kids out because they too fucking lazy to get up and all types of shit.
Right,
And then
right.
you have like parents is getting fined. Then you got kids that cut school and all that type of shit. Parents is
Mm-hmm.
getting fined for that shit and getting in
Yep.
trouble for that shit.
Oh, well, over here, we not no fine, but what she trying to say to me is that well, like she said, certain amount of absences for the time, blah
Right.
blah blah. We say, listen, me not care, and that can try to tell you. That's what me
Right.
tell you. Say, I don't care. You can keep here. What? Make it two we write down each time together. Make me a write and you a write. Because guess what? We not take no program from on the system. That's our first thing. Second, he might get to stay home for his birthday.
Right.
Yeah. He might get them luxury there to stay home for his birthday. Bossy bad. You understand me? Yeah. No parents nah do it. You have to go on a school. But your mother win. Your mother win, you know. So, yeah, man, I make him still. Whereas you turn 13 now, you definitely need to skip school.
Right.
Yeah, you can't be 13 and never skip school yet. You understand me? No,
Right.
that not normal. You have to call school
Especially
at
when you
13,
get good grades.
right? No, I'm sweet. No, not here, trees. Nah, here, you don't want sweet. Oh, nah, here. Please, you can hear me?
Can you hear me? Oh shit. Wait a minute. I'm on this.
You know, I'm to my phone.
This is my phone.
Are your phone?
Can you hear me? Oh, I thought you got on.
Huh?
I thought you got on.
What you say?
Said I thought Keisha got on.
Oh no, it looks like I didn't me 2 times. You know what? Keep me. I say, well, I'm going for the phone. You know. Me stop
Um,
ear, everything just go dead. Me not ear no. Like in the middle, like you say something, and all of a sudden, me just hear black silence like a library.
that's when you say you want to see it.
No, no, where I go on now, where I go in.
So
You
what
know,
airline is the ticket on?
United.
United. Um,
United.
for some reason, I think I'm on here twice. So go ahead and take yourself to sleep, and we'll talk later on.
All right.
Thanks to the three people that stuck with us in all this conversation.
Yeah, where you asking about? God. I don't know what you say. You can't hear you good. But anyways, we'll go sleep. Link up a man. Later.